everybody. I have a special guest, celebrity stylist or pet stylist, right?
Mm-hmm.
The
Yes,
best in the
sir.
business. I will say one of the face, if not the new face of Chasing Atlanta. How you doing, Dominique?
I'm amazing. Absolutely amazing to be quite
So
correct.
before we got on, you had something that you wanted to say to address, the break.
Mm-hmm.
What did you want?
Stop telling these people me and Kane having threesomes with my man. Cause that's a lie. Okay?
No, and let me be clear. You all did not have a threesome. I don't know why I said that. I was just in my zone.
It's okay. I
I
get in my zone sometime too, as you can
I
see.
was in my zone, but I will say I apologize because words do have power, and I don't want to like start rumors, anything. So I apologize for that. I just randomly just said that. I shouldn't have said it. But he
I'm a
did.
girl that kiki, so I don't take it to heart. I promise you. Some of
But
these
let's
girls
be
take shit too serious.
right. But you are, I would say, very attractive. But this is what I
Thank
think about
you.
you. When you got on the show, very attractive. It's just the outfits take away from your attractiveness. So let's
I
get
feel
into.
you.
Do you love that? Is that your alter ego with the outfits?
Okay, so let me be. A lot of people don't know me, and I've always dressed like this. Been very different, and I call
Okay.
myself a butch queen. Like sometimes I get very cunty, and sometimes I dress like a boy. And most times people like when I dress like a boy because that's what they want to hunch on. But sometimes the top boys, that crowd, they get into my little outfits, and one of them is my boyfriend because that confessional look that people be reading, I was about to take that off. My boyfriend was like, "No, keep that shit on and get your ass on to this fucking confessional," and I did.
And I want to speak about it because you and your man, y'all open up with something great in the story.
Mm-hmm.
I just would love to get more into y'all storyline, into that relationship. Because
Mm-hmm.
your family, you said you left home young. You were pretty much, I think you said kicked out of the house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
17 because I was gay, and it was just a fucked up situation. But we could talk more about it.
Yes, because when you brought that up, I'm like, wow, I would have never known that you got kicked out because you're a boss now. But let's talk about that. How was that experience at 17 when they say you have to leave because of your sexuality? How did that make you feel? What did you get into at that young age?
I was very broken, to be quite honest. When my mom put me out, it was more so we had the conversation. She came home. Long story short, she seen my two female friends in a bed together, and she just flipped out like, "Why won't you just tell me you gay?" I finally told her, and then I was on a Greyhound bus to Georgia to live with my grandma at 7 o'clock that night, and that happened around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So when I told my mom, I was out the door. Yeah, within
Wow.
hours. Yeah. So it was like I was broken. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like I was uprooted from everything I had started in Birmingham. All my friends that I knew. It was just like I said, it was a fucked up situation. But I'm strong, so I'm glad because that makes me more textured when it comes to knowing how to get through life and not having handouts. Like I have a story to tell, and I can inspire the next young gay kid that gets put out, and to show them like, bitch, you can be a boss. Don't let that stop you, no matter what nobody says, including your mama.
Right. So how is that relationship now? Did you ever resolve that with your mother? And did
Yeah,
y'all
she
ever talk
loves me
about that?
down now.
Okay.
She do. You know, we have a better relationship only because I had to show her, like, girl, like, nothing's wrong for one with me and my sexuality, but never forget that I'm your son. You know, I
Hold on one second. Your sound cut out. Can we? Your volume had went out. Hello?
okay, is it
Okay,
back?
I can hear you now. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was saying to dig a little deeper, my mom, we used to have domestic violence in our household. So that's why I was so close to my mom because I used to, like, in some cases, protect my mom from my stepdad. And it's like, I'm the one you putting out, I'm the one you shunning away, I'm the black sheep. Like, and I have an older brother, and I love him down, but he didn't step in in these situations. I was the one stepping in.
Wow.
Yeah. It got deep, and that's why I really was broken because it's just like I'm your protect. I felt like your protector in that time, and like who's gonna protect you now? I'm gone.
Mhm. And it's like sad because I was watching polls and it was a story like yours how got kicked out because he was gay, and it was so many young guys and girls that experience that they get into drugs, they get into prostitution. Because I'm like, what do you do? You're
Yeah,
16, 17. Thank God you had a grandmother, but what if you was just out on the street?
they thought I was possessed. They
Wow.
thought me being gay was me being possessed. So because when my mom put me out, I completely shut down. I don't want to talk to nobody. That's just I used to have a nasty ass attitude problem. Like now I don't want to talk to nobody. Don't ask me about nothing. When I said something, when I told y'all the truth, here I am. So now I don't want to talk about nothing. You know, I'm 17. Y'all done uprooted me from high school. Like I literally, you're the first person I'm telling this to. I had to get my GED.
Wow.
Like that's why I resonate with Kendra. Like my battle was a real battle,
Mhm.
like a real deep battle. And I was on the AB honor roll in high school. I was the drum major. Like I was like the best dressed in high school, no matter what anybody has to say. I got best dressed in high school. So it's just like, girl, where we at with it? You know, I'm out here making a way for myself because my mom, when we used to go to high school, she didn't used to do nothing for us. Like my mom used to literally send us off to school. She used to go to work. Now she was a hardworking mother, and we didn't want for nothing. But she didn't used to come to our extracurricular activity and stuff like that. But I kept going, and I ended up getting drum major, and she snatched that away from me, and that really hurt me.
Mhm. That's wow. And I'm glad you're sharing that because so many mothers watching now that have these same doubts. They have that same spirit. Oh, if you gay, you got to get out of my house. And I'm like, no, you need to talk with your child and understand it and have that conversation because it's damaging. It could cause a lot of damage in your adulthood, you know. So as of right now, did your boyfriend ever get to meet your family? Because I know y'all
Yes,
talked about it a little
yeah,
bit.
my mom knows my boyfriend. But the thing is, I'm from Alabama, so it's easier for us to get to Alabama versus my
Okay.
boyfriend being from Detroit. And you know, we either got to drive 12 hours or get a flight. We got 3 dogs, so as easy as somebody could say, "Oh, well, just go see his mom," it's like it's not that easy.
It's a process,
It's a
especially
process,
right now.
and when
I
you grinding, especially, it's like you know.
yes. I see you on Chasing Atlanta, and the story, the piece that really gets me with Lauren England, you shared something with Oliver concerning that your sister used to work with. You know, everybody know her by Jaylon, but you know Lauren England, and
Mhm.
that was the piece. So take us to that situation. So your sister got fired.
Well, she moved over here. She
Okay.
tried to move with me at first, so I wasn't having it because, like I said, I want her to come over here and have her own situation. I don't want you to be involved in my situation. But what she decided to do was move over here and be involved in Lauren's situation.
Mhm.
Because once you live with somebody, you're involved in a household. So she moved over here to work for Lauren. Y'all seen the grand opening on Chasing Atlanta. And you know, in the first episode, y'all seen the clip. My little sister, she helped Lauren open that shop. So she was waking up early, doing all the things of the things to help her out. And apparently she did. Used to probably get up late for work. I'm not going to deny that. But the thing is, don't get disrespectful, you know. And the timelines got fucked up with on this show. So a lot of stuff I'm just sitting back and waiting to watch with y'all because I don't like the way this story being painted. Because for
Okay.
one, it wasn't 3 to 4 years ago or 2 to 3 years ago, whatever she was saying, because they just started Chasing Atlanta 3, 4 years ago. So how did you have a shop back then?
So this is recent that your sister
She,
went.
I don't know when she had her shop, but it was like within the last. When we filmed this was a year ago, and she had her shop within the last 2 years. So
Okay.
if anything, it was within months of us filming.
Mhm.
Me talking
So
to you about it within months, and that pride she's talking about is from the pride that they did on Chasing Atlanta season 3. So,
okay.
girl, we not even. That's when I seen you at the park. So why you keep bringing up this pride situation? This previous pride when we did film, bitch, I didn't see you at no fucking park.
So what happened? Like, did she kick your sister out, or did she fire your sister?
She fired her. Like I said, she fired her, and she told her she had to get out her house. You
Wow.
know, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not saying she was wrong for that, because if some shit go down in my house that I don't like if you got me late for work and stuff, I'm gonna just ask you to leave, but I'm gonna do it respectfully.
Right. And it
That's
should
it.
be a process too. You just shouldn't just give somebody like a timeline. In my
That's from Alabama. You definitely should say, okay, girl. If anything, girl, you got 48 fucking hours, and
uh-huh.
you out my shit.
And I want to know this: do she own her shop now? What do she still have a shop? Because I'm
Hmm?
hearing that she don't have her shop anymore. Like,
I drive past there all the time. Never
yeah,
see a car in the parking lot, so I don't
okay.
know.
Because I'm like, you know, what's going on? Another thing, I see you in this show, and you pretty much is called Oliver Messy. But in Oliver defense, like he said, listen, that's my friend. and I'm going to let her know what was said about her. But why do you call? Why did you say Oliver was messy?
My thing is, I don't mind you telling her. I knew you was gonna tell her. I didn't mind if Cameron told her. I didn't mind if anybody on this cast that talked to her would have told her what I said. But my thing is, say it the way I said. You know, you twisted everything I said. You started off saying, "Oh, he know Jalen Lauren White." Like, I mean, Jalen Aaron White. Like, I didn't even say that because that's the way Gardini used to call her, Jalen Aaron White. You know, so you gonna put her in the mindset like, "Girl, somebody out to get you." I'm not out to get her.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to ask her what the fuck happened. I want to get your point of view. That was it. And I don't see why this story being twisted into like I'm out to get her and it's just like some rah-rah shit because it's not. We have scenes that we have to do. We have stuff we have to talk about. And girl, whatever they use, I don't care if they use it. I don't care how many times they repeat it and make it seem like I'm just repeating everything. I don't care because this is what I signed up for. But do I want to talk to Lauren? Yes, I do. Did I say it on camera? Yes, I did. Do what you're gonna do with it.
So are you still cool with Oliver? Are you cool with him knowing that he shared the information?
I mean, every time I see a confessional, he just repeats that he is not my friend. So I have tried and tried to get to know Oliver. I don't have no issues with Oliver, but clearly we are not friends. I'm cool with that. You will see. I don't chase behind nobody. I've gotten cool with who I'm gonna get cool with on this show. And that's what it is.
I see with Troy in your relationship, your chemistry. Y'all have great,
I
like great
love him.
chemistry. Maybe y'all could do a podcast or a show together. Y'all have awesome chemistry. I did see the live that you all did on the Chase Reality YouTube page, but how's that going with you and Troy?
I love Troy. Like, I have nothing bad to say about Troy. Even when we did have our differences at one point, like we talked about it. Like, and we moved forward. We've never had any like bad blood at all. Not at all.
I feel you on that. I now
Real
another.
recognize real. That's to sum it all up.
I hear you on that, and y'all both like to drink, okay, and turn up. uh Travis, poor. Okay, I he did pour you on him. Okay, I did see
Did
that.
you see his hands go up under my jacket?
I did see it. I did see the aggressiveness, and he tried to act like, oh, he did that. But how was that? Some people said it was an assault, but what? How would you
It
feel
wasn't
when he
assault.
did
It
that?
wasn't.
Okay,
I'm gonna be real with you. It wasn't assault. Like, girl, no charges need to be filed. Like, it ain't no shit like that. But my thing is, once again, we go back to that word respect. I
okay,
felt disrespected because, like I said in episode 1, I'm not just saying I'm a Summer Walker type bitch just to say that to give glitz and glam. Like, bitch, I really don't fuck with people like that. I don't. Point blank. Period. I don't fuck with people like that. So for me to allow you to hug me, baby, I fist pump. Like, boom, dap it up. All right. But baby, you grabbed me for one and pulled me down on top of you. Like, no, ma'am. And everybody like, well, why didn't you talk to him then? What the fuck am I supposed to say? I'm just meeting him. I don't know if he a part of the cast or not, to be real with you. I didn't know who the fuck he was.
oh wow, okay, so you didn't know if he was on the cast or not at
It
that
was a room full of people. That was my
Okay.
first scene with everybody. I didn't know who anybody was.
Wow.
Yeah. The only person I knew was Troy and Rico. I didn't know Kendra. I didn't know. Well, I knew Kendra from the show. As far as new faces, I didn't. How am I supposed to know?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I did know he was doing a lot. He did knock over Troy tabletop. Like, girl, he was doing a lot. And it's not me. Like, everybody's saying I'm fat shaming. I'm not fat shaming. I love anybody. Just know how. Just come dressed presentable.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be funky. And don't be doing the most. And that goes for anybody though. Not just fat people, skinny people. That goes for anybody.
That the king of reads pretty much said you wouldn't have said that if Travis was a skinny man.
What does that have to do with anything?
He said you okay.
These girls are sensitive. Like, bitch, if I did something, y'all gonna like y'all say the skinny girls look like they got HIV. Like, I done seen folks read Q. I've seen people say all type of negative shit. Like, girl, I don't care about no weight size. If a bitch is skinny, a bitch is skinny. If a bitch is big, they big. But if you doing the most, you doing the fucking most. Everybody in that room will tell you Travis was doing the most. Why they cut it down to just me saying it? I don't know. But baby, she's doing the most. I stand behind it.
To me, nothing against Travis, okay? But all I see is he's just want to eat. He's always hungry. What are you doing? What are you chasing other than a meal? That if I didn't, that's what I see as a viewer. With you, I actually see your career, and I would love to
My
see.
boyfriend,
I
like me growing
Yeah,
relationships with these hoes. Like Travis not doing none of that.
it's just like Travis just in the mix, eating and in people face, pulling people down. But that's what I see as a viewer. Even when I look at your situation, some even argue that you are pretty much the new face of Chasing Atlanta. Do you feel that you are the new face of the franchise?
No. Only because I don't even want that. That's not what I'm here for. Can I be the fresh new face? I'll take that. But
Okay.
I don't want to be the new face of the franchise. Honestly, I would love for that to continue to be Lauren. I don't see
Okay.
why I shouldn't be. I don't see why I shouldn't be.
Only reason why it's not Lauren because she went to China and she's not with the group. You know what I'm saying? Like
And
she's
that's
not with the mix. It literally it looked like she taping her have her own reality show within this show.
it's a spinoff. But Wiley,
Right.
let's be real. Like it was no smoke. I really thought like everybody when we did the casting knew who was gonna be on this show. Everybody did. So it's just like, Lauren, why didn't you reach out to me? Like maybe if we would have did a scene together before me and Oliver met up, like girl, we could have talked about this and moved the fuck on over drinks and laughed about it instead of you allowing Oliver to come tell you some shit and now you like, girl, I'm going to China. And when you get back, you already got the mindset like, girl, I don't want to be around all that. Dominique coming for me, Kendra coming for me. Like, I'm not coming for you. If
Do you think
anything,
that
girl,
she
I
think that
fuck with
she's
you. We from
better?
Birmingham.
Do you think that she think that Lauren thinks she's better than everybody? That everybody's
No, because
beneath
she
her?
can't be better than me.
Okay.
No. Mm-mm. We from the same block. We doing the same thing, and we all on the same platform. So I hate when the girls get on here and act like they're better than somebody. That goes for any web series. Stop acting like you better than the next bitch. We all on the same platform,
Well,
trying
she
to grind and put our name out there.
well she did say she have a $5 million deal, so she's a millionaire.
Who?
That's what Laura England said. She said she five, literally $5
What?
million. So I
Oh,
guess.
girl, what's she driving?
So when
Bitch, I have a spaceship in this motherfucker.
she said that, I'm looking like, okay,
I stand
like,
behind her. I'm gonna be real.
okay.
I stand behind her.
But do you
Hey,
believe that though? Do you believe it? That she signed a five, not 500,000, 5 million.
million.
Okay.
I don't know, friend. And you know what? I'm trying to just start a new leaf with these new girls. It's just like, girl, I ain't trying to speak bad on her, but I don't.
Okay.
She probably signed a contract, and 5 million was probably in that contract somewhere, but I don't know if she got paid 5 million.
Right. That's what we're right. Okay. Now I don't really see you with Q because I think Q not really so far I don't see too many scenes. But did you ever have like a lot of interactions with Q?
Yeah, throughout the season, a couple times. And Q's really cool. Now, one thing I will say, I didn't know he was that short. Like me and Q, like the same fucking height. I thought he was taller.
Really? I thought he was
Yes,
tall.
I thought he was tall too. That's what I said. I was like, child. But yeah, I mean, me and Q, we have like minimal interactions because when he did come into town, like I don't know if he run with the girls, the power of three. I seen he sat down with Travis and Lauren, so I'm sure they drug my ass. Stay tuned to that. But yeah, he sat down with Cameron, Lauren, and I don't know why I didn't get the invite, but
I don't really, even Cameron, he doesn't have a lot of scenes compared to so far, compared to previous seasons. I see like you have a lot, but I just want more of you on of the show. It is so much more that got to come out. But I will tell you this: I'm looking forward to your confessionals because you're not shy. I think you are like made for like TV because you're not shy.
oh
You
my
really
god.
have a personality.
And I've never done anything like this, Wiley. Like I've never done
Oh,
like photo shoots. Like I've never been in front of lights. Like, girl, what do I look like? Do I look crazy? You guys send I'll be like, baby, is that okay? You be like, you good, girl. Next. I'm like, all right, keep it moving. Let's do it.
I want to get into Kendra because
Mm-hmm.
Kendra is just in a lot of drama. It's
I
her and her
know.
manager is just drama, drama, drama. I live for it. But what do you have to say? Because it seemed like y'all, Maz, you showed up to her video shoot with your dogs, which I thought that was iconic.
Thank you for recognizing it. Cause the girls be like, oh, y'all ain't out here working. Like, girl, if they paying me to pull up with some dogs freshly groomed and look good, bitch, that's a booking. Okay,
Right.
through Kendra, free little Kendra.
That's
Baby.
it is dope because you brought your dogs and she really out here working. And I think people it overshadows with her drama because
Right,
it was
that's
enough
true.
much with the music. It just the drama, the whole Oliver piece is just a lot. But what's your thoughts on that whole situation with
With
Oliver and Kendra beef?
I mean, it's so simple. I feel like just apologize to the bitch. Like, please, can somebody just tell her genuinely, I'm sorry, without a if and a but behind it. Like, I'm sorry for like kind of dragging you when you couldn't defend yourself behind bars. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying like anybody's terribly wrong in the situation because I'm not saying Kendra's right in this perfectly correct in the situation, but at the end of the day, y'all did go in on her on that live. Anybody that watched that live can see that. It was a shade from the beginning to the end on Kendra.
But I think also Kendra got to cut her manager advice out and just talk with Oliver because let's be clear, Oliver can really help Kendra's career because he's a great creative genius with editing, etc.
You don't see everybody trying to tell them that?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. And she got the list. I'm telling you, that manager, just like Monique need to fire her husband, she got to cut that manager because it seems like the manager want to be on TV. That's just me looking. Kendra can go so much further if her manager
I
was
know Kendra
mess.
is like, she is like a star.
Yes, Kendra
And
is.
then the thing is, there is no trans rapper for real out there really like,
Is really dominating and doing
yeah, she can be like the first mainstream.
absolutely.
I don't. The thing is, and I don't like that the cast like everybody do give her a hard time. The first thing they want to do is call her ugly. I hate when they do that to her.
Yeah, I
I
do.
used to
Especially
struggle with
when
some of
Lauren
these
did that.
issues.
I think that was for her to say that. And mama, you just got your lips done, your face done, your butt done. And for you to call another trans woman ugly, I just feel like, but you can't say it in her face though. Like, if you're gonna say that, keep that energy one-on-one
You
instead of
see, she sent that letter.
yes, she did. And
Baby,
she
and I know after she seen that episode, baby, she gonna have 15 security guards with her at the reunion. Oh my God. Baby, please. She said, oh, that bitch is crazy. I'm sure she said it. Oh, she's crazy.
did you let's get into the fight. Did you agree with that fight? Because as I rolled the tape back, it looked like Troy and his friend pretty much tried to jump Wayne, which Wayne the
No.
okay. Okay.
No. Nobody in that situation, I promise you. I would tell you, because you know they say I'm missing. I'll tell you. If somebody got jumped in that situation, nobody got jumped in that situation. It was a lot going on.
Okay.
It was a lot going on. But I also will say, you know, our producer is the GOAT for this shit. So
Yeah.
you will see everything that you think that you need answers to, you're going to see it.
I'm here for, like, don't get me wrong. The producers of Chasing Atlanta is best in the business. It's not too many web series that can tap into the creativity, into the characters, into this show. Like that fight, it was well edited. The cameras was on it. The quality was on it. And
Bitch,
just,
did you get into Kendra in his Storm outfit?
I did get into the store outfit. Many people said that production set her up to make a fool of her. Is that true?
No,
Okay.
Andario don't do shit like that. Andario don't do shit like that. Trust me, Kendra wanted to do that, so Kendra did it. Was it a Kiki? Yes, the fuck it was. Was it a cosplay costume? No, the fuck it wasn't. But bitch, did we get the point? Yes,
Yeah.
the fuck you did. Bitch, what happens to a toe when it's struck by lightning? Bitch, yes. When she buzzed that bitch with that motherfucking plate, girl. Where's my drink?
Do you agree with that she hit Oliver? Do you agree with her hitting Oliver with an object?
Okay, let's be clear.
Okay.
Kendra did not mean to do any bodily harm. Well, she threw a chair. Hold on. Pause. In that moment, she did not mean to do bodily harm. Now, she's throwing plastic shit. Andario had already thought all this out. We're not going to have no glass plates. We're not going to have no glass cups. Y'all ain't going to be breaking and cutting bitches. Y'all got plastic. Now, in the heat of the moment, when shit got real, mama had to sink or swim, and that's when she grabbed that chair.
Yes, she did.
Because she seen a whole bunch of niggas. Baby, it was chaos. I thought I was in prison. I'm like, ooh, y'all are really twirling. And they trying to, oh, they windmilling, girl. I don't care what the fuck they was doing. They was going for what they know.
But Travis was eating. Out of everybody just sitting there eating.
Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised at all.
But then people say I'm being funny, but it's just like that's what she say. She talk about eating, even in our scenes. That's all she talk about is eating. I'm not making this up because I really thought me and Travis. You want me to tell you? Okay, can we talk about Imani giving me the worst of the week?
Right.
Okay, I'm not dragging this man or nothing, but it's just like if that's all you want to fucking talk about, why do I get so much backlash when I speak on the fact that you are like you hefty, you eat like this? You pull up to a scene. Oh, I was stuck in the line at Popeyes. Okay, I can't take it.
Because that's all like really that's all that he talk about in there. But would you have a conversation with him about his eating habits?
I have no reason to have no conversation with him, but my boyfriend is a personal trainer. He can hit him up and book him.
Okay, your boyfriend's y'all are really getting the bag. You are how, and I want to ask you though, how are you working during this pandemic? Because on the show you say your clients will bring their pets to your home. So are you still working? Is it still you still get the bag during this pandemic?
Oh yeah, the shop's back open. We've been back open, baby.
Okay.
We do the drive-through. Handle to me out the window, baby. We getting the coins. You know, I work at the shop 3 days a week, and then the other 4 days I take care of my business. I give Chasing Atlanta producers their scenes that they request from me.
Yes.
And I'm about my business, collecting the bag.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I do. Like the girls like to say, oh, you work a 9 to 5. Yes, I'm half and half. So that way I can hang with all the girls. I can hang with the grand girls and I can hang with the girls that wake up and go to work in the morning.
Come on. And it is nothing wrong with working a regular job. And that's something where Atlanta girls have to realize there's nothing wrong with working. That doesn't make sense.
They rather go down to the flea market and buy a Dior shirt and swear it's real and live a fantasy and be at 10th and Piedmont.
I don't know if someone said this in Chasing Atlanta. They was like, y'all have these cars with different license plates. I don't know if you brought that up. Are you tired of that? Or people getting these rental cars and acting like this is their car? Are you like tired of that going on?
I mean, I'm not tired of it, but girl, I know they be shutting them cars off after they found out about them CPNs. I know they shut them off because y'all switch them up too much. I bet that car is on the side of 285 somewhere. All of them that I brought up, they ain't driving them no more. And let me clear up, I was not talking about Q. I know in that episode, Q pulled up in the Range Rover. I was not talking about Q. The girl's like, oh, Q had that Range Rover. I'm like, girl, I ain't talking about Q.
People were talking about Q, and they're saying that, you know, Oliver was saying that he was homeless. Did you hear that rumor come from Oliver in Atlanta that Q was home? Because I never heard it, but I'm gonna ask you, did you hear that?
I didn't hear it from Oliver.
Okay.
I will be clear about that. But the source told me that they got it from some, Oliver.
Wow.
So I mean, I knew about. Let me clear this up. I knew about it before anybody talked about it. I knew about it.
Do you believe it that it came from Oliver?
I knew they was real cool.
I can believe it because I had a source. He said, Wiley, Oliver is very
your sources, but go ahead.
I had a source, and this is a good source. He said he's a very, very messy girl. He had throw a rock and hide his hand and act like ain't nothing, but he all in the mix. I can believe it.
I can believe that source because they might be reliable.
No, I'm telling you, like this person called me, and it's like a year ago. He said, Wiley, yeah, I can believe that he probably said that about, and that's hurtful.
And Q's a good guy. Like,
and he's a very good guy.
Despite anything anybody really say, like, he's a really hardworking guy. He dropping hoodies, he dropping t-shirts, books. He's in LA, he's producing Chasing LA. Like, he's out here making money moves.
And that's hurtful when someone, if that's just, so let's just say, if it's true, if Oliver did say that's hurtful for your friend to spread a rumor like that. And if it's true, then open up your home to that person.
And not
spread their business because that's her. Word travels in Atlanta. That goes in any city. But yeah, that really got to me when I heard that. But
moving forward, if you see us on Chasing Atlanta season 5, you won't hear about me saying no rumor like that about Troy, Rico, shit, Kendra, anybody that's been a real friend to me. Like, I have no reason to feed a rumor like that. Like, that's a friend, even if it is true. Even if Troy did come stay with me, even if Rico have stayed with me. That's why I wanted to clear it up about Kane, because I would tell you if Kane stayed with me. I really would. But Kane ain't stayed with me.
Right.
I'm not gonna tell you what he had going on because that's Kane's business,
Right.
But he got his own apartment.
The reason why, this is why I came up with that. I'm not gonna sell source.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he had told Kane to come down, so they must have been staying together. And that's what I said about the threesome, which the threesome never happened. I remember that, and I'm like, oh, you brought him down there, y'all did threesome, because how my man work, I'm just being messy, just throwing out whatever.
You better do it, bitch. You better get that view.
So no, that did not happen. But you did ask him to come. You did ask him,
because we used to write on Instagram, and I'm gonna be real with you. I used to watch Chasing Dallas, and I was just like, damn, like, I'm misunderstood. People still don't understand me. Like, even when they say my confessional looks are a bit much, like, that's fine. But am I gonna change that? No, bitch. Do I know how to tone it down? Hopefully, I'm showing y'all, like, bitch, I can dress how I want to dress in any fashion. Like, but get from Dallas and come over here, bitch. If I gotta come pick you up from the airport, like anything you need to get stable in Atlanta, I'm that friend that's gonna help you do it. That's not staying with me and fucking my man. No. But bitch, if you need a ride from the airport to go to your shit apartment, hotel, motel, your homegirl house, bitch, wherever you stay in, I'm gonna make sure you good.
I'm here for that. Is so nice of you to say that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But anybody that say that, Troy says that about me, Rico said it about me, Cameron, like, I'm just a real ass friend, but I don't have time for bullshit, and I don't know why that's so wrong, and the people can't take that.
So I have a question in the chat, and Kendra did say, "Hey, I love my twin." She was watching on Instagram. I have a question. Someone said, "Since you're a stylist, rate Oliver's style from 1 to 10. How is Oliver's style?"
A strong 6. But Mama has stepped it up lately, and girl, I see you, Oliver, girl. I see you. Mama got her some leather pants and some boots. I said, oh, yes, ma'am, Oliver. Because normally she wear plaid. Y'all know that?
Yes.
Yeah, baby, and I was like, girl, it wasn't a nerd look. It was more so of an edgy, like, punk rock type vibe. I was like, okay, it's a concept other than Rugrats. But yes,
the reason, the thing I like about Oliver is the glasses, her confessionals is what makes Oliver, right? And your confessionals, it makes you. And I just want more of you, Dominique, on the show. Honestly, I want more.
Oh.
Honestly, yes. Because you are entertaining. It's something different. Because at first I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. And you're like a breath of fresh air outside of Kendra and Oliver beef. I want more of Rico. I think Rico is an incredible artist. I just
more is coming.
Right, and so I gotta get, but Rico do tell the truth in his confessionals, because he said that food wasn't tasting good, it was cold, that Oliver was cooking or whatever. So he do be honest, and I'm really
and I had my boy back. Bitch, he ain't put it in there, but Oliver, I said the food was cold and nasty too. I said it too.
I'm glad that y'all really tell us, because everybody was like,
I'm gonna tell the truth. That's how I am.
Okay, because a lot of people say y'all be kissing his ass, but y'all are really like, we're telling the truth, and I'm like, okay.
I was mad about it. I don't know if you seen his live, but Mama had got upset, baby.
But people got to tell the truth. Everybody is not fake, and Oliver is around a lot of people in the business that is fake. They're like
smoke up his ass.
Yeah, the food is so hot and all that. No, girl.
No. But the thing is, it's just like you roast everybody episode 1 through 3, but when episode 4 comes and somebody say a little piece of something about you, it's an uproar. Baby, it's a blowout. Like, girl, calm down. Calm down.
If you dish it, you have to be able to take it. It's just that with it. So as of right now, like, I know you're looking forward to the reunion. I'm looking forward to that. What are you planning on doing? Any future projects? Any upcoming projects that you have coming?
Oh yeah. Well, I've actually got selected to be a brand ambassador for this amazing rhinestone company that makes like bedazzled collars, leashes. So
Yeah.
I'll be flying out to California to do that. I don't know if they're gonna try and hit me up, link me with Q. I don't know. Q, hit me up. But I'm going back out to LA around February. I'm doing something with HBO with dog grooming, a dog grooming competition. Bad bitch shit.
Yeah.
So, the girls like to get flued out, so me too.
Yes. I would love to see you on Chase in LA just for some cameo. I would love to see that because you
I'll pull
fit
up
it.
on the kids. I don't know what they
Yeah.
got going on because, baby, I don't know.
Because I would say the reason why a lot of these show is Chasing Line is like the WrestleMania. It's like literally it's in the league with the drama. So any show that comes behind it gotta have their own identity because
Yeah,
Chasing Atlanta brings it. Chasing Dallas brought it because we dragged that first season because it was boring. And they
yeah.
brought the drama in the second season. So I hear you. I see it. I would love for Dominique and you and Troy to
Troy, freaking frack attack, bitch. A sickening little cute 5 episode spinoff. Us just out here going from city to city, doing
yes.
our
I
damn
would
thing.
love to see y'all do a show, podcast, YouTube show, because
Hmm.
y'all have that it factor. I see the chemistry. I love the chemistry. The chemistry is there.
Thank you, and I'm sure Troy would love to hear that. Like, because we not putting on. It's
Right.
not. It's effortless. Like some of these hoes putting on their friendship, they forcing it on camera. That's what's kind of hard to watch. Like y'all not friends for real.
Because Troy, the previous season, he was like holding back, but this season, baby, he's all in everything.
Sometimes it takes real bitch energy to be in your presence, and you
Yes,
kind of absorb a little bit of it. And
yes.
then now it's two bad bitches in the room, and they can't take.
Okay, so I think Oliver and Lauren and Q got competition for the next three, like Troy, Dominic. I'm gonna even put Rico in the mix
He
because
the Puerto Rican poppy. We love some masculine energy. Like he level us out. We love Rico. We love when he around.
I love the energy. Y'all are really doing it.
And you see me and Rico, you see how we got up to break them hoes up? You see
Yeah,
how I fuck with Troy and Kendra? And I said, bitch, not
yeah,
today.
break it up.
In my boots, now when my wig flew off, I said, baby, hold up. I gotta go. Y'all doing too much. Okay? Y'all about to hurt me.
Kendra, it was a lot of fights, and Oliver was like, "This is other." It was so freaking fun because Oliver tried to be so proper in person, but the ghetto baby, he forgot about that. He went to
Look,
Morehouse,
they see we was in East Point real easy.
right? Because
It was a spirit. It was a
it was
spirit.
there. Like Kendra was just trolling him in his face, and it was just like I was just glad
Did
that
you not see me sitting there?
I
I
saw you.
was in front of Oliver when she everything she swung. I can't wait for y'all. Like y'all got some shit coming. Like
I can't wait.
when y'all see everything, y'all gonna be like, bitch. That was just like I'm telling you, that was probably like 30% of that fight. In the footage that I know he got, that was 30% of it. You're gonna get more.
Yes, because I'm really, really here for. I love Kendra. Kendra have something, like I said, something great, something special, and
Mm-hmm.
she's letting it be known that her spot is solidified. If they ask you to come back for next season for Chasing Atlanta, will you come back?
Yes, no bitch can't run me off from nothing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How has life changed though? Because I know you're in relationships. Is your DMs been popping?
Yeah, looking for Troy dick pics and West Rico number. That's all they want to know.
Because they said Troy have a big dick, and I'm like, wow.
Can y'all
Okay.
stop? We done.
I
Call
don't know. I was like, okay, but
them.
wow.
But yeah, all they do is ask me about fucking Troy and Rico. That's it. Like business opportunities, interviews. People have wrote me from the UK. Like now I'm starting to feel like I'm on RuPaul Drag Race. Like the
Okay.
girls and the audience and the fans are reaching out to let me know I'm inspiring them. That's why all the negative comments, I'm like, girl, okay, what you got? What else you got?
Right.
I
Because
don't care about that.
on an international platform.
Yes.
I
And
remember I
that's
went,
something I hope Ontario recognized. Like the girls watching from the UK.
Yeah, and I went to Atlanta 2 years ago, and I said, "You all got to think outside of Atlanta. This show, when you tape a show, everybody is watching it from around the world, and so
And
you have that reach. So a
And can
lot
I
of
say
people,
something real quick?
yeah, go
When
ahead.
you say stuff like that, like, oh, well, everybody's watching from around the world. That's why I try to push when we get into these group scenes and stuff like, let's do something fun and show them what Atlanta is really about. Like,
Yes,
I'm not the girl that want to sit in the living room and catfight. I'm not the girl that want to show up to brunch and get the brawling all the time. I do
yes,
love the mess, but like, can we do something else? Y'all finna
yes.
see that turn. Like, I'm finna be
I
like,
want to
all right,
see it.
girl,
I
I just
think
stirred the pot.
doing the peg rooming, I think was great. It's very creative, and that was something needed because you rarely don't see that in the gay community. Someone that's doing that, other than girl, I got my bag, or with this, some women as your sidekick, or the women using you as an accessory. But I do want to ask you this though. I don't know if you saw Nene Leak's show. How did you feel about the reading session? When Nene Leakes was going to do that. How did you feel about it? Because I would love to see you on a show like that. But how did you
I
feel?
didn't see it. What
You
type of
didn't.
setup was it?
Well, the setup was it was low budget guys that really was that have no talent. And I would love, and I'm like, damn, why do Nene not look at Chasing Atlanta guys and pick some of them up and put them on that platform?
To Kiki with her.
Right. That
I would
can
love to Kiki.
got their personality and stuff like that because you have that. I'm like, don't give up. Your
Oh,
so-
thank
your social
you.
media is popping. You do interviews. I love
I
that.
want to do podcasts. The Kiki with Nick. I want to do like a late
You
night
should do
podcast.
it. You definitely should do it because I'm like, you're not bougie. You do the interviews. You don't be like, oh girl, I gotta check with my manager. And I'm like, girl, just it's
Hit
like
me up.
I
Hit
was
me
so
up.
happy because like when you did, I was like, I'm loving that because I love when people do it because I talk about this show every day, every week when it comes on. And most of my audience are predominantly women that necessarily don't watch LGBT web series like that. So
Right.
now they watch it because they be like, damn, you gave a great review and it's entertaining. And that's what they love. They're like,
It's
damn, this is better
my
than TV.
family is watching this shit, and I was just like, bitch, y'all don't even fuck with me. And y'all, I see you out there now. All right now. And it's just like, girl, y'all done seen that confessional look? Wait, don't y'all show my grandma? Granny ain't ready for that.
Ready for that
Baby, that
look.
was sex kitten.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's more looks coming for you. So
Yes, I ain't done. Y'all gonna see my booty cheeks and everything. I'm giving it all to Chase Atlanta, baby.
I want to say thank you. How can people get in contact with you? Because I know you on Instagram, but where are your social media?
Neek So Bossy, Neek _ So Bossy on Instagram. Dominique Reedy on Facebook. I really don't get on Facebook much, but you can hit me up on there if that's what you predominantly on. Hit me up for an interview in my DMs. Cuts with a Z, CUTZBYNIQUE. Cuts by Neek. That's my grooming page. We got millions of followers, just like the other. Well, not millions, but thousands of followers, like the other girls. Let me not say millions, but we got thousands.
And you said you got more celebrity clients other than K Michelle, so you was throwing some things.
Ooh, yes, that's I think that's why the girls don't want to show up to nothing because they know it's other bosses in the building, and it's just like, girl, come on, we can be bosses together. I'm not a bougie bitch.
And wait, when she said I'm doing something with K Michelle, was emerging with K Michelle, like you gotta just stop using that one person, K Michelle.
I could have been like, girl, I didn't work with K Michelle too, so it's just like, girl, me too. But I'm here. I cleared my schedule and I'm here.
Right.
I'm at Missy house every day of the week and she love a Saturday. We filmed that on a Saturday. Missy, can we get them Friday? Because I got something to do Saturday. Yes, come on through. Boom.
Yes, I am here for it. Thank you for coming on the Wiley Show. This was incredible. I had fun. Like I'm really loving. I love that you all do like the weekly episode with you and Troy come on. I think that was lit. I would love to see more of that.
And y'all see who they selected to come on first?
I did. I was you, Rico, and Troy.
I heard the girls were bothered by that. Ooh, shit.
Y'all just got the personality. It's not fake. It's just.
And we got the numbers too. Like no shade. Yeah. I was like, girl, we finna probably get like 5K.
No, y'all got.
We at 20 and counting.
Yes, or triple that. And I was like, yeah, y'all have it. Y'all put it in. And Troy was, even though he was that liquor was in his system, but he knew what was going on. He kept it flowing. So y'all did it.
And we had to improvise for real. We had to improvise. Folks was cooking for Thanksgiving. The spot we was gonna go to, like we pulled that shit together.
I'm here for it.
Rico had to pull out because he'd been performing like crazy, so he wasn't even like up to like really do it. He was tired, so I was like, you know what, Troy, let's do this shit.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So you will be at the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Suited and booted.
Lauren should show up to the reunion. Cute.
She gonna be there. She gonna be there.
I want to see all of them. Only thing that for me, I hope they don't have an audience and audience mess up the reunion. I want for the first time to see a reunion show tape from beginning, middle, and end. Because with this, especially with this group of folks, I want you all to really tell y'all.
We're gonna give you what you need, baby.
Yes.
And Andario is listening. Just know that.
Yes.
He on his shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes. I listen. No matter what you all say, Chase and Lana is doing it. They're consistent. They're not out here saying, "Hey, we got an episode. It's gonna come out today," and it come out never. Like the work ethic is there, and they have other franchise. So this is the only, I think, network that really have other shows in other cities, and each show got its own.
He did 2 shows. Like he's dropping 2 shows. Like.
Yes.
What is really going on? And then after this, we're gonna hear from Dallas. Them.
Yes, Dallas got a show coming. I think Markel got a show. He's executive producer. I think Lovers and Friends.
Doing Lovers and Friends. That's the one I'm speaking of. And that is really good. I watched it. Lovers and Friends.
So I'm gonna start reviewing that because he reached out to me to talk about the show. I'm like, yes, and I love the business. Like you all are business minded. Y'all doing the work, and I'm here for it. Like you're gonna do it. Like more bookings. You have a lot that's going to come to you, Dominique. You're seeing the doors are opening up because you're a good-hearted person and you put in the work. I'm loving that.
Thank you. Look, I'm trying to keep this shit pushing because if I didn't speak on your favorite girl, what would they really be giving?
Right. And you just seek your mind. That's okay, and that's a good thing.
It's okay.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. And I hope to hear from you soon. If you want to get me back after the
I will. Yes, I always got to get you back because I'm like, oh, let me reach out because I didn't know if you were busy, but you reached out. You said yes. I was like, okay, this would be perfect. Yes.
Y'all help the show move forward. So why wouldn't I support? Like
yes, and I'm looking for. I do want to hit up Kendra and especially Troy because it's a lot that I want to ask him. Because I don't see too many interviews with Troy like that, even for like previous things he was on previous seasons. I was just going to talk with him and have a vibe. Come on, and especially with Kendra, I definitely got to get Kendra on.
Well, I can definitely put a bug in Troy, but in the Kendra, I got to go through Wayne. So you know
what? I want Kendra and Wayne because I like last year. I remember that, and the reason I love this show, if you're a good reviewer, and if it's something they can use for Chasing, they will put it in Chasing Line. That's why I love Chasing Atlanta. They put respect on this show.
And Dario, baby, he got the producers watching.
Yes.
And what y'all doing? What y'all talking about?
They will put it in there like they have done it to this show twice. And I'm like, yeah. And I go all the way back with Chasing Atlanta from season 1. And each season had its own drama. But this is like one of the best moments because now they have you, they have Troy, they have Rico. It's just like, and Kendra.
And he's giving you. And I'm not here to shade because we definitely need to get off here because I don't want to get too deep into it. He's consistent. Like I said, you get your weekly episodes. We're going to give you a complete season on time every Wednesday at 8:00. Be very clear about that, okay? And Dario is not going to shortchange y'all on a motherfucking thing.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And them girls, y'all still waiting on their shit. Like, and they turned me down, Wiley. I auditioned for G Status.
What?
Oh, y'all. Mm-hmm.
So wait a minute. So you auditioned for G Status?
Yes, this season 2. I'm so glad I did. Woo, hallelujah. Don't make me shout in here. Don't you make me shout in here. Baby, thank you, God, I dodged that bullet. I would be pissed.
Yeah, I know you would be pissed.
If I would have seen this season, I would have been like, man, that's supposed to be me up there. But it is, and the girls are mad about it.
It's like it's so sad because I like G status. I love G status, but I'm like, damn, what happened? And it makes me pissed because I spend so much time reviewing the show every single week.
And that's Kane's frustration. And that's, if I was a reviewer, I would feel the same way. It's like I'm invested. The fans are invested.
Yes.
Like, that's why I give Undario his accolades. Like, bitch, I said we need to send this bitch on a trip after this season. Because y'all see he breaking up fights. Like, y'all have stressed this man completely the fuck out.
And people get mad at him, but you put it on tape, and whatever's on there is going to be delivered.
Nobody can come for Undario. I don't give a fuck. Like, he allows us to tell our own story. You got a storyline and a storyboard to go along to, because that's just any reality show. Like, if they tell you they just let y'all get on there and act a damn fool, they lying to you. He's about his business, and that's what the girls can't take. Baby, he will drop a contract on your ass and say, baby, do you see this? We talked about it. Move along.
Right, because Devon left Chasing Atlanta, he went to G status. And Dario was like, listen, this is the contract. You signed up for this. I record. It is what it is. So you can't spend. And that's what I love about Dario. The business is there.
And I would love for Devon to have been there. But like I said, I mean, everybody's what it's supposed
to be. And Devon should have. It's like, it would have helped his brand. Like, why would you leave an established show? That's just like you're leaving something that's already established, got millions of fans, celebrities watching. Yep. You need to go somewhere else to a show that's developing, not really good with the timing and putting out the stuff. It kind of like messed up your brand, because I'm like, you should just do Chasing Atlanta. You should have just stuck it out.
And we would have welcomed him with open arms. I mean, he with the bullshit. He know these hoes better than I do, probably.
And if your man's paying people for dick and ass, that's your man. That's your nigga. It is what it is. Put that on the show.
We could have went on dates, and y'all got the triple date coming. It's gonna get juicy.
I can't wait.
Y'all got the triple date coming. It's gonna be real good.
I can't wait to see it. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to get to Atlanta. I really would like to move to Atlanta, but too many distractions in Atlanta, and I love just doing stuff. It's a lot of distractions. But I will tell you this though: the business is there. It's always an event. Yeah. You can always interview people. Like, Hey Mikey is doing incredible things in Atlanta.
Yes, market. I ran into him at Lando event. Yeah.
Yes, he's doing incredible things. I see Brandon Carson, and so it's like I love Atlanta, and I love
Carl. Everybody, like, they out here grinding. I love Carl.
Yes, they're out here, and they're like, these people. They're out here posting. They're doing shows. They're having events. It's just awesome. It's great.
It's a blessing to be here.
I know. Yeah, I know you booked and busy. It's just
they flood my grooming page, my personal page. Like, the girls are here for the puppies, the fashions, me, my man. My boyfriend said, oh, he did work. He worked at Planet Fitness. He trained at Planet Fitness. Like, oh, you Anthony from Chasing Atlanta. I'm like, girl, stay away from my man, bitch. The fuck? Like, I shouldn't even told her where he work at. Delete that.
But that's great, because it's opening up doors, because y'all are now celebrities. Like, and I tell people, they was like, oh no, we're not. I said, when you on these shows like Chasing Atlanta, you are going to be a public and a celebrity.
You can't walk outside without them like, just Dominique from Chasing Atlanta. Like, I just at the drag brunch. Yeah.
Right. And just imagine if you come to Dallas, when you go to other markets, the people watch.
You can have your dog groomed. $59.99.
You do a good job with the dogs, like big, small, like.
Don't let me sick now.
Yes. So what made you get into doing that?
Well, I just want to go in my own different lane, and this is therapeutic. I swear to God, like, when my mom put me out, that was the first thing I turned to. I was working at PetSmart. I was a cashier. Long story short, I went to the back to become a bather. The salon manager was like, I see something in you. Like, you just love these dogs. Like, that love that dogs gave me, sadly, I wish I would have got it for my family.
Wow.
So that's why I would do anything for dogs. Like, I can put the camera on. Like, I got Sammy little sister dogs right now because, like, she wants to go home for the holidays. And I'm like, girl, just drop my nieces off. As much as they get on my nerves and bark, just, come on. They like kids to me. And they give me unconditional love as much as they get on my nerves. And they can be sickening, and they help me be sickening. So we can be sickening together.
And you have like what, 2, 3, like whatever.
We got 3 dogs. Like, I don't know. The first one, we only supposed to have him. His mom got pregnant while we was watching him. And she had one puppy. My boyfriend was like, I'm an only child. We gotta have him. So we got him. Another dog, he was at the salon. I ended up having to bring him home. And then the third dog I found on the street, she walked in the gas station behind the Mexican man. And I was like, bitch, who dog? He said, not mine. I said, well, it's mine now. So here we are.
Now you got the dog at the gas station.
Baby, ghetto, hood rat. She the worst one I got. I'm like, I should have left your ass on the streets. Let me not say that. But I do tell her that all the time because she is so bad. But I love her to death. Because she black as hell like her daddy. And I love him chocolate.
Oh wow, come through for the chocolate. I'm living for it. I'm
Yeah.
living for it. I hope you do like a spinoff, about
Hopefully.
yeah.
I hope y'all hear that with me and my man, freaking Frank Attack with me and Troy. Like, we're
Yes.
here. Like, the doors are open, but Undario gets first dibs, period.
Yes. Oh, no, that's great. I have my criticism, but baby, I don't care what I said. The consistency, the quality, the product is just there. And it feels like this is better. Hell, the television network needs to call and be like, look, let's put this on Netflix because it's ready. Like
Netflix or listen, what it is, Zeus.
yeah, Zeus is good. I can see it for Zeus. Yes. Because
Just a
it's there.
check. Give the hoes a check. Like,
yes. Because the
we gotta
quality is
start
there.
somewhere.
It's not boring. Celebrities watch it, like the drama is there.
Yeah. Can I do something real quick? It's just in
Yeah.
my spirit.
Uh-huh.
I really do want to apologize to Travis because I did go in on him. I went the fuck in on Travis. Let me tell y'all, when y'all cross me, I will fucking gut your ass. Like, I go, like, not really literally, but like, bitch, we can go toe to toe on social media because that's what I do. But I did go in on him, and I do feel kind of bad because we had a disagreement within the season. Y'all gonna see it, but that's what made me go in on him once I seen that episode. Because I was like, bitch, we don't fuck with each other, so now I'm for the gag your ass. So gagging him was not the right thing to do. I feel bad.
I hear that for sure of you. Someone had a question. I'm going to put it on the screen so they can see your question. Can you see this question on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Ask you about any criticism or hate about dying fur. I'm sure he takes care of
well, the thing is, my dog fur is formulated for dogs. If you got 1 second, I just want to get this bottle real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. So we have Dominique on from Chasing Atlanta. So if you have any questions, I will post it for you all and you're going to bring it on.
Let me show you how you fucking with a bad bitch. You see this here? This is formulated for dogs, horses, and cats. It is literally vinegar and a couple different dyes, but it's all pet safe. This is literally for dogs. It's formulated for dogs, cats, and horses. You see that? Boom. It's called Opals. Get into it.
Yes. Dominique, a check. Okay.
Yes.
They said, "What's wrong? What's wrong with Travis eating? Y'all want to argue and fight?"
Nothing's wrong, baby. That was a move, baby. If me and Travis was cool, bitch, I would have texted him like, "Baby, you a move." But we not cool, so I ain't text that bitch that. But yes, he was a move, bitch. Get your plate. I'm allergic to shellfish, so that's the only reason I wasn't eating. So they did get my $30 though, baby.
So, okay. So you asked about the Travis. They said Dominique Widow, Travis, episode 4. Travis had nothing to you. Y'all met that one time.
And you seen what he did when we met that one time? Don't play with me. Just don't play with me. Like, I don't do stuff like that. That ain't how we get down. Because let me tell you.
It's like I hear you.
So it's like if I have like, y'all know what I done been through, somebody done like robbed me in the past, which has happened, and you done pull me down on top of you.
Let me turn this TV off. Okay. Yes, go ahead.
But no, I was saying like you don't know what I done been through in my past. I've been robbed, so you pull me down on top of you, and I just black the fuck out and beat your ass. I'm gonna be wrong. I didn't do that. That's why I'm like, why y'all giving me a hard time? Talk to your boy. Tell your boy that don't do shit like that. That's why I'm like, Imani, talk to your boy. Don't talk to me. I know, bitch. I know I went the fuck in. You don't got to tell me that. I don't need you to be my auntie this moment. I know I went in on his ass. It was wrong to call him. All the stuff I call him. He's not that. But do he do a lot? Yes, the fuck he do.
And
Next motherfucking question. Let me stop.
okay. So if I have any other questions, let me know in the chat. So I will post it on the screen so you all can see it. But Chasing Lana comes on every week. It's on time. If you miss any episodes, it's on YouTube right now. Just
Yes.
type in Chasing Reality or type in Chasing Atlanta, and you will see
Season
all
4.
season 4. Yes, this is the 4th season.
Giving
Not
more in season 4, hopefully.
yes, yes. That it's like this is season 4, not season 1. Like it's so many now, so many shows start, they never get to the point where it's like actually season 4.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah. All
so
I need is like a cute little Gardini. Yeah.
yes. Did you ever
Gardini
talk to
bag.
Martini and chat with him?
I see Gardini out all the time. I love Gardini. He's a
Okay.
Gemini like me. Like, I love Gardini. Now, that's who we need. A bitch who ain't on here being sensitive about, baby, all right.
Yeah, Gardini was a mess last season.
He's with the shit.
Mess. I love it though.
Yes. Bring that back. I'm so annoyed I allow certain girls to come to my scenes at this point. You just don't even know.
Yes.
I wish I would have just left your ass out to dry. But here I am being nice, coming to my scenes.
Right. They okay. They was like, let me see. Let me put this. I think I don't know. Let me see. They said, hell, I don't even care for Sky. I'd rather film him managing McDonald's than this Dominique chick. Come on now. Stop it.
Oh, she's mad. Is that Travis?
No, that's not Travis.
Oh, my bad. Did he pay you?
Uh,
Oh, my bad. Move around.
They said why he get mad at Travis to get in the middle. All he does is get in the middle and play both sides.
I keep my friends from killing each other. If that's playing both sides, I'll do it. Like I said, I've tried to be friends with everybody on this cast. How that turned out is how it turned out. But yeah.
They said rate your castmates' fashion from best to worst.
Who on here? So we'll do best, and then we'll go down to worst. So of course I'm gonna have to say Troy because everything Troy wears, I would literally wear. So
Yes.
Troy's gonna be first up. Next, I would have to say I do like the way Lauren dressed. I can't knock her. I do like the way she dressed. Mama, she spends her coin well when it comes to her appearance. Then I like the way Rico dressed. He not extra, you know. He be cute. Oliver comes after Rico. Kendra, Wayne, Travis. And I'll throw Cameron after Oliver.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Cameron's supposed to be the fashion designer.
See, you're gonna make it a shady moment, but I stand by what I said. And that's my brother.
I'm just saying he's the fashion designer. He's after Oliver. Okay.
Sometimes it takes stepping outside that box to get people attention. And that's what I've done. Like, even with my confessional, like, girl, to you it might not be fashion, but it made you uncomfortable, so it was something. You felt something.
Yes. I took
You
notice.
talked about
Yes.
something.
Yes. I'm here for it. Thank you for coming on. I think that was all the questions. We've been on here for an hour, and I was like, this is so much fun, like having you on.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I can't wait. I can't wait after this pandemic is over. Maybe you can travel to Dallas. I come to Atlanta, but I just cannot wait that we can just freely just travel the country because there's so many people I would love to meet in person. Because it's definitely that. Because I miss that interaction where you could just go and just miss that. Because you know what I mean.
And I had to think twice. Now you got to think.
Right now, wearing a mask, and you know, I got
mask.
I'm working healthcare in my pocket right now, and I'm like, golly,
that's all I got in my car is mask.
I would never thought I would have
everywhere.
Wear masks and put hands, you know, have your hands on wear your mask. It was like over and over and over and over.
Right.
Yes.
But thank you so much for this opportunity. I really do appreciate it. Seriously.
No problem. I'm glad that you came on time and you didn't rush. It was, you know, it was great.
Wrap this shit up. I gotta go. I'm famous.
Thank you, Dominique.
I work with Missy Elliott. I gotta go.
Thank you. I'm here for it. Thank you, Dominique.
Bye, Wiley.
Bye-bye. That was wonderful. Oh my gosh, you guys. That was an incredible interview that I did with Dominique. Okay. I would love to interview Kendra. Okay, that's one interview that I would love to have on one person I would love to have on the show. I would love to interview Kendra as well as Wayne the Pain. I would love to bring them both back on the show. This is what we do. We reach out to guests to come on the Wiley Show. Some say yes, some say no. Some I sometimes fumble the ball by not doing a follow up. Okay, so that's exactly what it is. And when you do interviews, it is a process. One thing that I admired about Dominique, I'm gonna just tell you, is before we put on the camera, before I went live, he was like, you got it. You said that what's the name slept with my boyfriend. We did a threesome. That didn't happen. He let me know what I said was factually incorrect. And what do we do? I apologize, and we talked about it, and we had an incredible interview. And that's what I'm saying. That's the realness that I love about Dominique. If you have something that you want to say it. Don't hold it. Let that person know. He didn't go to a third party. He let me know, as well as King Kane actually got me together in the DM. But I love King Kang. Okay. Love him. Okay. A lot of stuff I could say, but I got to be careful what I say too. Because it's a power in my words. We growing, shout out to us. Thank you, Brandy Norwood, for following us on Twitter. I want to say thank you to that. Love her. That was a surprise. 2021, we will interview Brandy. I'm literally like putting her on my vision board. Brandy, I'm looking to see how can I want to put some pictures of her like in a frame, and I don't want my vision board to be like everybody else's vision board. Everybody that I literally have on my wall is somebody that I want to interview, like Brandy. I want to talk to Malcolm X's daughter, one of his daughters. I want to bring them on the show. So I think Minister Farrakhan is another interview. An interview I would love to do, but for Brandy, that's like my dream interview that I would love for the show because I have so many questions. I don't need the prep for the interview. Brandy can hit the link right now, and I will literally have 50 questions to ask her. Okay, because I love her. I love her work. I love her style, and I just want to say correct this publicly. Why I have 100 people watching right now. I did not pick up Brandy because somebody else talked about Brandy. I have been following Brandy forever, and I have been talking about Brandy forever. And another thing I want to share is this is the Wiley Show. And there was somebody comment and they said, wow, you got that personality, you got your story. It's awesome and it's great. And I'm just so tired of people when y'all bring up these other folks. I welcome it, but you can't bring up nobody else show or somebody else's name or somebody else's platform. We welcome it over here because it doesn't stop us from having conversations. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna continue to have shows that maybe make you feel uncomfortable, that you may be triggered. Okay, that's what it's about. Well, we're gonna have shows like that. You may be triggered some days, but it's okay because it's about entertaining you. And I hit my subscriber number. Let me tell you what, people in the back, because I got so tired of people comparing me to other platforms. I got so tired of it. I said, you know what, girl? I'm going to hide my subscribers. It's going to be between me and people that's on Patreon. And when we hit a benchmark, I go on Patreon. Hey, Patreon people, we got this. Or I will publicly make a statement. We just reached right now 3.5 million viewers we reached on the Wiley Show. 3.5 million. So we are growing, but I hit my subscriber number because I don't want it to be so focused on subscribers. So I hit it so I don't have to get that unnecessary comments that people receive. Say, hey, you've been doing this, but you have these low amount of subscribers, because it's really not about that. It is about the the viewer. So I will put it back up when I feel like it. Okay. Maybe in 2021 I'll put it back up, but as of right now I'll put it down because I want other YouTubers. I have so many people stop doing YouTube because they was like, damn, Wiley, I don't have no subscribers. I was like, hide it. Don't worry about the subscribers. Just deliver great content. Don't worry about it. If it gets to you sometime, and it's a button that you can just literally hide it. You ain't got to worry about it. Because when I watch Mob Radio, she don't have her subscribers up there, and I don't blame her. Because do it matter if she got that she don't have 100,000 or she ain't got 300,000? No. What matters is every time when she goes live, she have her people watching her and consuming her content. Every time she goes to station head, it actually goes to number one. So it doesn't even matter about the subscribers. What matters, good quality content, building up an audience and interacting with your audience. That is what really matters in this game. Don't get it twisted. I've known people that don't even have 100, let's just say this, 500,000. But baby, when they go live, when they go to this platform, to that platform, the audience is there. So that will and I've known people that that don't have that type of relationship with their audience, don't have that type of engagement with their audience. Okay. And on this show, we have uncomfortable conversations. We do watch other YouTubers and we do get inspired to see how can we do it the Wiley way. That ain't gonna change, never change. We've been doing it forever. Okay. I think 21, I know it ain't no I know we're going to be reaching different levels. I'm going to say shout out to my producers. Some things y'all came through for Wiley. We will announce that in 2021. Because producers, y'all are definitely here for the show. Y'all are here and y'all come through for me, and I thank you for that. We next year we're gonna get this camera, we're gonna hook it up, and where it could be HD, okay, so we can have that Tasha Gay quality, so we can have that Storm Monroe quality, as well as other good quality. That's the only thing I want, the quality to be right. Once we get that, baby, it's good. I just want it so that crispy HD quality, and we're gonna be learning that. Also, too, I did make this tweet before I go. I had to make a tweet because I got so tired of people sending me emails about this. And I thought publicly I want to put this and talk about it on my platform. So I put a tweet out on my page concerning, Tasha K. I'm going to say this and I'm going to close. And I put it on my community wall because so many people were literally sending me emails concerning saying that I'm on Tasha K payroll. But I wrote this tweet. I said, I'm not on Tasha K payroll, so stop sending me emails saying that Tasha K is bad for my brand. Tasha K is one of my favorite content creators, period. Okay. So many people have been sending emails, long, lengthy emails, talking about how Tasha K is bad for my brand, how Tasha K is this, how Tasha K is that. And most time these people say that they're not really supportive of this show, because if you really understand the history of this show, the highest views that I've garnered on this platform have been a Tasha K experience. Second to that, a my radio experience of coming on. So why would I poop on people that give me massive views? Okay, anytime she come on the show and let it be having whoever she got, so awesome. I had some iconic shows where all the top bloggers was in my chat. Okay, and I give Tasha K that because she will come to this show. Okay. She will come on the Wiley Show. And why would I? Because everybody want to call it something different. And I do want to break down the lawsuit and say some more things that I've heard about the lawsuit. I want to break that down. So maybe in the next situation, I will break it down. They said, Wiley, can you respond to my email about Two Man and Lady? I thought I did respond to your email about Two Man and Lady. But, I will respond to it today. I thought I'd respond to you about that. I don't mind because we're going to be start taping Two Man and a Lady really soon. So I do want to respond to that email. Okay. And it's looking like then I'm going to have to do a rotation for the ladies. It look like, and then whoever else pop on, that's the one we'll keep on or just do a rotation. So I'm really, really looking forward to it for Two Man and a Lady. This will actually be season 3. So y'all bear with me. It's just me. Okay. And I get so many emails from so many people, people bring their problems to me, and I don't mind, because I give you that counselor and I don't mind talking, being a counselor. I have a lot of women, and it's about to start getting cold and they niggas leaving, they men's leaving. So they want some advice and stuff like that. And some, they just want another man, but that's okay. Because I'm like, if you give and donate and watch, I can give you some advice. I don't mind. Especially if you give your time, you give to the show, I don't mind having a conversation with you. Hey, what's going on? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So I get these emails, or you know, I had one person reach out to me. Their son, I think she caught her son with his boyfriend in the bedroom. She didn't know her son was gay, and so she really going through it. She was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't want my son to be this way." I said, "Calm down." Now, one thing that you should correct stand on is for him disrespecting your house by bringing somebody in the house, by them having sex in your house. You know, come at him for that, but don't come at him because of his sexuality. Okay, because she kept saying if it was a girl, I wouldn't have a problem with it. No, just have a conversation with your son. You know, let him know that having sex in there is wrong. But if you don't like him with guys, get his understanding. But if that's what he like, you got nothing but to respect that. But let him know, do not disrespect your house. But him being gay should not be a problem and not being an issue. Even if that's your religious belief that gay guys should not be with guys or girls should not be with girls should not be with girls, don't throw your son away. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't kick him out. Don't do any of these things because that's still your son. And if you believe God want him to be with a woman, then you live that life. You show that example. But don't you act ugly and say all these ignorant, demeaning terms to describe him. Don't do that, because I've seen so many mothers and so many, dads that do that, and they think that's great. They think that's love, and that's foolishness. Because if you love your son, even if your son is not doing what you want them to do, still love them and have a conversation. You might not have to agree with it, but still respect your son. Period. That's it. It's about the respect. Don't be going around. I'm gonna kick him out. He's 14 years old. What he gonna do for a job? Especially because he just like guys. You want to kick him? No, don't do that. I don't know why I'm on that subject. That's like someone hold on one second. Somebody was saying somebody was telling me, oh, I said no, that's don't do that. And I had to say that. They say it's not good to be alone, to be cold, need that body. Yes. But it gets like that. Anytime around this season, I get like emails and women want advice and stuff like that. And so I give them that advice because men, it's about to be cold. And it's another cycle that comes to my email where abusiveness, domestic violence, there was a lot of that going on. It was one particular viewer. She was in a domestic violence dispute. I don't know what happened to her or what. I just hope and pray she ain't in prison, that she's still alive. But it was like she wanted to just take her husband or boyfriend out. And I said, don't do it. I know what city she's staying in, but I just do it. I haven't heard from her since. And I just hope whatever the view of you in the bushes, let me know if you're okay. But it's just like you never know. You just never know what people are going through. And like when you do these shows, it's like real people that watch YouTube. It's some people that don't have no lives. So all they can do is just watch Wiley on their computer or watch him on their phone. And I thank God that I have people like that. And I had a shitty day today. I'm going to be honest with you. I had a day. I wasn't feeling good. Still wasn't feeling good. I just went to work. You know what I'm saying? And, my anxiety is all through the roof. Let me tell you why. Because when you work in healthcare, it's COVID. And a lot of my coworkers caught COVID. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. And some of them are really going through it. Some of my residents are no longer here because of COVID related illness. So it's a lot. So I really had a bad day today and I wasn't feeling good. Still wasn't feeling good, but I pressed my way through, and then I came on the live and Dominique hit me up and said, hey, I'll do the interview. So that's why I love YouTube. YouTube is really fun. And I'm really loving the fact that I'm really having more fun with YouTube other than just looking like, oh, I just want to have fun. And that's the key to success on YouTube, is to have fun. So you can always stay inspired. For you. Thank you. They said, God bless you, wife, for all the help you provide. Yes, I love it, child. I be getting phone calls. And ever since I said I wanted a wife, and I say that, people are so curious to say, how can you like both? one lady said, how can you like both? Is it possible? Is it possible to like? I'm like, listen, I just be having conversations. And so like that's when I know like I'm having influence of what I say because I get the emails. Somebody said, I hope you feel better, Wiley. Watch the Parkers tonight to live up your spirit. Yes, I am going to watch the Parkers. I got the Parkers on now, and I love watching like comedy shows and stuff. It's going to pick my spirits up. But one thing that I want to know, I can't wait to get through this, this situation, to travel more so we can do shows and really travel more and interview people and host events. I want to do comedy. I want to do a web show. It's like so much that I want to do, and I'm not a person that really go out like that. I'm gonna tell you, I'm a homebody person, but now I know the key to getting my brand to the next level is so they can see me. You can see how cool I am, and to meet people. Okay, some places I'm going to have to go with security because some of these girls too much. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I want to do for next year. I want to get into comedy. I want to get into, doing shows. I definitely want to do a lot next year. So that's why I say I know next year is going to be literally my year. It's going to be my year. Yes. So if any other questions or comments, let me know in the comments. I want to say thank you again to Dominique. Love you. Let me leave Kendra a message. Okay. Let me leave Kendra a message because I love me some Kendra. Let me leave her a message. Okay. I want to leave Kendra a message. Can I leave her a message? I will to interview her. Her and Wayne, baby. That's an interview. That's an interview. Let me leave her a voice note. Hey, Kendra, this is Wiley. I am a fan of your work. I would love to interview you. I heard that you really love my show. So I would love to interview you. I can't wait. I hope you say yes. I hope so. Because, like, Kendra is just, that would be like my friend. Like, Kendra is somebody because she's real. I love her career. I'm actually have to send her music to somebody that I know in the business because it's something with Kendra. She got that it factor, in my humble opinion. Yes, I left for a voice note. They said, please show Wiley thumbs up. Yes, thumbs up the video. It helps us with the analytics. Thumbs up the video. Okay, and let these people know that say, hey, Wiley won't you on the Wiley Show. Okay. Yes, we get in the mess. We can. And yes, we can be petty. A whole lot of pettiness. We could be petty. So I think next year I'm gonna get all my pettiness out this year because I want to just keep the focus on the Wiley Show. You know what I mean? Because I've been a hella petty this hell all of my YouTube career. So I'm looking for a revamp for next year. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay, because I be letting people have it. So next year, I will really keep my focus for the Wiley Show. They ain't gonna like it what we got planned. What we got planned, they ain't gonna like it. But we gonna keep it together. Yes. Oh, it was a meme that I wanted y'all to see. If I can find it before I go. Because then when I was driving out of the parking lot at work, I was watching this meme. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me, audience. Ooh, excuse me. That coffee just went through me. Eh, shata. Glory, glory. And another thing I want to do, I'm gonna start having church services on my show too. I'm gonna just let y'all know this, like the after show within the show. I'm gonna start having church services. So one thing that I do need is a keyboard player. Come on, come on. That's one thing that I want to start doing. I cannot find it. I wish I could find it, but I can't find it. It was me. Can I be petty? I have a petty question. Has Brandy yeah, you listen, Brandy is a superstar. And it's like people was like asking me questions about the Brandy story. Gosh, can I say something? Can I really say something? Brandy, I did the Brandy story because someone else did their Brandy story. And I was inspired to do my Brandy story. That was it. I was inspired to do my Brandy story. That's what it was, people. I did see that to video. I was inspired. That's what it was. I watch people that do something, and if the formula for them, I'm like, let me take a little piece of this and use it for my show. Ain't nothing wrong with doing that. And I'm not, and I damn sure don't feel guilty. And I read some of the comments from over there. They called me a cockeyed coon. They were just really going in on me. But I told one of my producers, I said, I'm not mad because if I didn't do it, I'm not part of the conversation. That is creative, what I did. Many people say, oh, that's obsession. That's not obsession, ding dong face. It was creative, what I did. It's not obsession. People be using these terms, they be thinking it don't make no sense. Had my story, obsession would be identical story, the identical clothes. Listen, I had my own story. Hey, Baba Shata, glory. I had my own story, and I was inspired to tell my story that I bring. And I ain't gonna let nobody tell me I can't tell a story about my experience of meeting Brandy. Glory. So when people say those things, I don't get angry or mad, because when I was there, you weren't there when I met Brandy. I had my own Brandy experience. You will get rebuked if you bring that foolishness over here. I'm too nice, actually, with a lot of folks. A lot of folks, I'm really too nice, because over here you can just say whatever. But I think next year, I ain't gonna let you just say whatever. If you're trying to name drop somebody, you're just gonna be gone. And you got to pay your way to come back. Because some of y'all are just too disrespectful. Baby, this is entertainment. You are entertained. Why would I leave one plat? And then what gets me, this is when I know people are triggered. This is when I know people are triggered. When they watching their fave show, they will leave their fave show to come to Wiley Show. Oh, you copying. You this and this. Girl, continue to watch your fave show while we have a good time over here. Okay? Why are you over there with your fave show? We over here, baby. Over here doing our show. We having a good time. They be so triggered. They'll be watching both. And I think that, and actually, no. Continue to watch your fave show on your flash screen. Continue to watch the Wiley Show on your iPhone. Give us that view. That's the most iconic thing. You go live when they go live. So what? This is a business. Why would I not compete with a hot show? This is a business, people. Why would I not compete with a show that is hot? Sit down somewhere. You get the competition. You put the heat under the competition. That's what you do in this business. Oh, this ain't no. Oh, you don't understand. You ain't in the seat that I'm in, baby. It's a business. If you can't handle the competition, I don't know what it is. Oh, he can't. Somebody said something. Why Wiley talking about Brandy? He should talk about Brandy. For what? Why I got to sit down because somebody else talked about it? I ain't sitting down. I'm saying what I got to say. That's why you watch the Wiley Show. Oh, you be sending these long, lengthy emails. Long, lengthy emails. I'm here for it. But I'm going to do what I got to do for the show because the numbers are great. The numbers are great. 3.5 million people watch the Wiley Show. Watch this show. No top of the line equipment. No mentor. Nobody. Just Wiley. A mic. First of all, it was Wiley in the cell phone. Now it's Wiley in the microphone. So that's what it is. That's what it's about. You know, and I sit here and I have great. It's going to be greater and greater next year. So I'm here for it. I'm really, really here for it. Okay. They said, stop talking about his show. Worry about Wiley. I'm worried about Wiley. Okay. and we have a great time. And y'all, and it'd be like the support. It'd be the fans. It'd be the fans. Some of y'all are so messy. I'm here for it. Though. I'll jump from platform. Be saying stuff, but I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm really here. Also, too, we are coming back on Station Head, so I'm gonna go live on YouTube first. I'm gonna pre-schedule the Station Head show, and then anybody that's on my text list, I am going to send you the Station Head episode. So we're going on Station Head. So on my lunch break, instead of giving you lunch on YouTube, I'm going to give you that 30 minutes on Station Head. Okay. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 30 minutes on Station Head and on my lunch break, and we're going to talk and play music and pretty much have a conversation. So if you're interested, if you have an iPhone or an Android, you can listen to it a certain way. So I'm going to send you the link and everything like that. So moderators, if you moderate, I want you to DM me so I can give you the link. So when we go live on YouTube, you can send them a link so they know how to get on there. Because I know how black folks, I know how my audience is. It ain't just black people that watch. What Stage Ahead, how to get on Stage Ahead, and all that. So my editor, I got to do a commercial and stuff like that because people understanding everybody don't know how to do it. People need to see it visually. Step one, step two, step three, how to get on Stage Ahead. So. And I gotta call Blue Skies. Is Blue Skies? I gotta see how my Blue Skies doing. I gotta call her and see how she doing because I want to do the Georgia election coverage. So I'm gonna call Blue Skies. Blue Skies, if you're in the bushes, I'm gonna call her because I want to do before I put this commercial out for the Georgia election coverage for the special election that they're doing. I want to talk with her first to see if she want to do it with me because I love Blue Skies as my political co-host that we talk about Georgia. I definitely want to talk about Georgia and what they're doing over there. They was like Wiley and they're okay. Now it's Wiley in the futon, not the air mattress, but we upgraded to the futon, and I'm loving it. And eventually I will be have my own bed, but I have so much lights and I got a ring light and all that. I got all the lights, but now I got to just upgrade the camera. The webcam ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna have to literally get a DSL camera uh, to hook it up for the show. So I'm gonna watch some clips. Everybody's like, Wally, you don't need no mentor. Just watch YouTube. So I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna get some tech people to teach me which stuff to get and how to hook it up so it'll be crispy HD quality. That's what we gotta do for it could be that crispy HD quality. Okay. Okay. Yes, they say I love you and Blue Skies on this political note. Yes. Okay. I really love Blue Skies on that. And it's just something special for that. Like our election coverage, we had got a lot of views from that. So I'm not gonna drop politics because my audience, y'all are engaged. Y'all love politics. So I'm gonna definitely do more political videos. Any other questions? Any other questions? Okay. Any other questions? I love y'all. Oh, shout out to the producers. Y'all are definitely here. Okay. Shout out to the producers. Yes. Okay, I see y'all in the chat. So if y'all got any other questions y'all want me to answer, just comment below and I will answer it. Okay. Yes. Any other questions? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Okay. Okay. I gotta get into lovers and I gotta get into lovers and friends. I definitely gotta get into that show because I see that. Let me see. I'm just scrolling down my page and just seeing what's going on. We love Blue Skies on the topic. Yes, your audience got range, honey. Yes, definitely. We have range over here. Do we have to register again to vote? No. If you're in Georgia, make sure you check your registry to make sure you're still registered in Georgia, okay? And go to vote.org and make sure you're still registered so you can find out the polling place. Make sure. But if you voted in the last election, you're supposed to still be registered. But don't just double check, triple check, and please vote early. Please vote early. If you're in Georgia, early voting in Georgia starts, I think, December 15th. Let me see. Let me make sure I give y'all the date for real, when early voting starts in Georgia. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull it up. Give me a second, cause I won't see early voting. Let me see. Hey, everybody. Okay. Yeah, so the voter registration deadline is December 7th. Early voting began on December 14th. So it's a special election on January 5th. So the voter registration deadline is December 7th. This is for the special election in Georgia. And it's a lot of people don't know that they got to go back to the polls. So definitely there. It's just, you got to understand, it's December 7th. It's the deadline to register. December December the 14th is when it's done. So I just want to let y'all know that. Okay. They said, dang, I'm just getting home, putting these bags in the house. Great show up. Thank you, Day. Dominique isn't the face of chasing Atlanta. He just got there. Somebody triggered. Yes, double check and come through. Okay. Double check and come and vote and stuff like. I really want to go to Atlanta for a weekend and just tell people to vote and stuff like that. I gotta check and see when I'm off. I would love to just go to Atlanta and just join an organization. Say, hey, early vote start. Go to vote, 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 vote. Um, I did see Tamika Mallory. I saw her Instagram post, so go and check that out. Okay. Also, I might even come back live because it's some another story I want to jump on. Okay, I see y'all in the chat. Love y'all, producers. I'm gonna go. Thank you all. Shout out to y'all for y'all love, for y'all support. And if any stuff, and I want to apologize to a lot of the viewers, just like that viewer to hit me up for Two Men and a Lady. I gotta do follow up because one of my producers next, I want to start paying attention to. If somebody give me a story, I'm gonna have to start getting into that because some of my producers been giving me hot stories that could have got me a lot of views. I didn't even jump on. So I apologize. I'm gonna do a better job paying attention to stories that are not on the shade room that I got to do a little bit more research on. And I'm gonna start jumping on them stories. Okay. So I apologize. If one producer, I could have got like probably 30, 40,000 views on a video. I ain't jump on it. And Storm Monroe jumped on the story. And I had the story first. And I should have jumped, and that person's like, see, Wiley, you should have jumped on that story. I'm like, what? You right. I should have jumped. And that person sent me the story. I paid that. I'm like, blue. And I'm like, no, I should have jumped on that story. But it was okay. It's a lesson learned. It's a lesson learned. But I still love you. And thank you. And keep sending me a story. I'm gonna pay attention a little bit more to Instagram. Okay. Because that was a great story. And like, I didn't even. And see, God was, because I kept saying to my prayers, I said, I want to get more views for my show. I want to get a bigger reach. Somebody said, and that was a sign. It was like, okay, Wiley, you got to pay a little bit more to your DMs that come with these stories. Okay, pay a little bit more. So thank God for that. That produced that sentence. So put it on their heart to get some more stories to send to me, so I can talk about it on the Wiley Show. Okay, so we could be like, oh wow, according to the Wiley Show, this is what's going to be said. Okay, that's going to happen. Also, too, what about goals too for the Wiley Show? I'm just talking with y'all because we go, okay. But one of my goals, I had like a dream or vision that Impressive was doing a video, and she was like, and shout out to the Wiley Show, and the Wiley Show did that. It was a guest. I ain't gonna say the guest name. I don't know if whatever guest I had on the show, I asked her a question about her eating punani. What is that guest? Niecy Nash. Okay. It was a vision or a dream that I was asking Niecy Nash about her relationship. Like, when did she start like eating punani? Like, was she into it with her husband? So I asked some question. Some she told me, it just went ultra viral and Impressive. And I just remember like Impressive saying, shout out to the Wiley Show, you know, all that type of stuff. But I asked Niecy Nash that. I'm like, Niecy, when did you start eating punani? Did you eat punani when you was with your husband? I just want to know. I feel like y'all were doing threesomes. I really feel like I feel in my mind, you know, we had like a whole conversation and she just opened up and she just started saying what she was saying. But that was like one of my visions that went on. So it was like it was that way. Okay. I was it was that way because I asked that question. I'm like, when did you start eating yoni? I got in my feeling, and then I asked her, and we just like, hey, man, she had a look, whatever, and it went ultra viral. That's gonna happen for the Wiley Show. And I'm telling you, like, I have these visions and dreams, and I don't know if it's me have been bipolar or what. What's that other entertainer name? Oh my gosh, what is his name? The comedian, the one, Wayne. What was that? Wayne Brady. Him. I had a vision. I was interviewing him, and that went ultra viral. Like, I'll be watching like shows, and this is the thing that could positive and so I'll be watching like, like unsung, or I'll be watching these shows, and sometimes it stick with me so much that I put myself as interviewing these people, and it'd be like in my dream, in my vision, and they just sometimes it really lingers. It really lingers with me, and it's just some stuff. It really lingers with me. I was hella surprised about her. Don't see it coming. I was just yes. They said, "What's your big shot is coming? Just be patient. Keep working. It's coming. I know it's coming, y'all, and I'm very patient. But I'm just like, I had that, and I was gonna ask Wayne Brady. It was like one interview question I was gonna ask him. I'm like, how did that make you feel? The Black community not really loving your type of comedy, because. And I was gonna really get into that whole thing of him being white. Something. And Wayne Brady reminds me of Storm Monroe. Like, he reminds me of Storm. Like, if I didn't know better, Storm would just have a predominantly white audience. Like, you really like Storm. You really don't know him. It's hard to describe Storm Monroe. He reminds me a little bit of Wayne Brady. You really don't know. Like, you don't know him. Like, he's not the traditional Black man. You know what I mean? So yes, I remember you was asleep and thought you was interviewing somebody. Yes, I really thought I was interviewing Wayne Brady. I don't know if I was talking, because my mama used to talk to herself too. So I developed that of talking, and baby, it could be some days my room would be, I could be in the dark, and baby, I could be sitting there just interviewing and just be like, so how did that make you feel? And I watch certain people with my interview skills, and baby, I sit there, baby, I'd be, if it's like a powerful something happen, I'd be like, oh, I'm interviewing these people and stuff like that. I remember that. And all that stuff, it's going to happen. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, the opportunity for the Wiley Show is here. I sense it. I can feel it. You know what I mean? I'm the one, man. Don't feel the need to broadcast it now. It's like, okay, it's like I can feel my moment, Day. I feel it, and I'm like, I can't wait. And I just hope that when that moment comes, that I do everything right and just go at it, because it's coming. Because the Wiley Show never had its moment, right? And we never had our breakout moment, like an ultra viral moment. Outside the library. I know y'all gonna. What about the library? The library's the outside the library situation. Talk about some considered of the show. Okay. I was considered about the show ultra. And I have like some coworkers that watch our show, and I got to be very cautious on what I say, because I have coworkers watching. You know what I mean? So I have coworkers like watching the show, and they be like, "Oh, one of my coworkers, they came to me, and I'm like, I watch your show every day." And her boyfriend was like, "Oh, you're gonna be a superstar." I'm like, oh my gosh. And I can't use it because I don't tell people I do a show. I don't. And people just be knowing because they had like Google me or research me or something like that. And it was one person. Okay, let me tell you this story. I was at work, and I was going to preach a message on YouTube. And I had 30 minutes to go on my lunch break. So my hall was clean. My patient was good. So I went into like a linen closet. So I was highlighting some scriptures in the Bible. And I was preaching to myself, preparing to preach to y'all. So my coworker came and she was like, oh my God, I understand. I'm like, okay, I got to do a show. And then I told her I do a show. Cause like I didn't want her to think like I'm crazy just talking to myself and preaching. But I was in that in the closet preaching to them towels and pillowcases and stuff. I was preaching. So I had went outside on my lunch break and I preached that message about when Jesus was asleep and when they woke Jesus up out his sleep. So so yes, and so and I was prepared for that. Then I let her know. Then she let everybody know. He does a show. 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 Then one of the housekeepers said, "I watch you every day. You so funny." One on real thick, good looking. She don't know work that. I'm like, man. You know, you gotta be careful talking to a woman that you work with because they be in relationships and all that type of shit. And I ain't got time to be finding your nigga or find your girlfriend, you know. Very cautious because some be so beautiful. Like, I want to come on your show. I want to come over. Let's do a show. We can do a show. I'm like, oh, should I do this? And I'm like, I don't want no drama at all. Like, like, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Oh God, it was good. Okay, become the boss. Boss on the show. Yes, and like the bosses be watching too. And I have to be very cautious on what I say. Because the bosses be watching too, child. Like they be watching. And I can't censor myself. Like you got to be very cautious. So I tend not to go deep into what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because they be watching. You know what I'm saying? They be watching. I be censoring when people be watching my show like they be knowing. I hope I don't be saying no. Some I said, and the lady was like, I heard you saying something on your show. I'm like, oh damn. Let me be careful what I say. Let me keep it on family. Lord, because these people they be watching. Can't be watching because one of the ladies I was on another job and she was so pissed. I think I was a Trump. I think she found some material of me supporting Donald Trump. Baby, I was at the time, Clyde. I can't believe you like Donald Trump. You Trump. Who you be on his Facebook? He posted that he gonna vote for Trump. And this is back in 2016. I was heated. I was like, what? I was on your Facebook and all that. And why you got on the wig? Why you got on the wig? And I'm like, oh Lord, why this ghetto? Why this ghetto? I'm like, oh. Well, I tell you, I cussed her out in my car. She didn't hear me cussing out. Because I was so embarrassed. Like, oh my God. Oh no. I'm like, okay. It's okay. I understand. But in my car, I cussed her out. In my car, I did. Baby, I hopped up out of there and cussed her out in my car. She didn't hear me. She didn't hear me what I said, but I did. I cussed her out. That's none of your business. You ain't got no business looking at my face. What you looking at my face? We ain't friends. I don't want you. And she had a friend because she thought I was really gonna go on there. She was good looking though. She wasn't ugly, but she had a boyfriend. Her boyfriend would argue with her, you know, and all that type of stuff. And I tend not to get away from women that's drama. I prefer you single, real single. Okay, no man in sight. Not you. Got him in. It's difficult. It's challenges. Whatever. No, you single. That's what you know what I'm saying. That's what I prove you single. So I'm very cautious, you know, because I do love, you know, talking. I have great conversations with women. It's like, you know, I have awesome conversations, and y'all don't know. Like if you knew me personally, you're like, damn, wow, you such a vibe. And sometimes you got to be careful, like talking to, like, God damn, you. Conversation is very powerful, and this is the thing men need to understand. Like you gotta listen to women, and when they ask for your opinion, give it to them. Listen, and always have great. Women love that, and if you can make a woman laugh and give them, you got something with a woman. Women love that, baby. Women love that when you make them. They will start to notice you. Especially when my haircut is cut and I'm having a conversation in that break room. I had the best conversation with some women in the break, the best conversation, deep conversations. I had one conversation. I was looking at one job I got to go, y'all. Y'all keep me here, but we talk, we family. And we'd just be just talking with the coworker. They could not, they said, when are you going on your lunch break? I was like, man, I gotta see. And I was a janitor then. When are you going on your lunch break? We gotta talk. They'll be all in my at the lunch table, and we just be just talking. They be telling me stuff about their boyfriends. I be telling, I be. It was like, oh my gosh, why y'all? Why do I have to be this mature for my age? And I was much younger, but I was mature because I went to church. So a lot of that church teaching. A lot of that church got, man, I used to use those scriptures. You know you were playing when you could use a scripture to get some. I used to use the scripture, baby. I used to use the holy scriptures, baby. I used to use the Bible to get me, But because man, I was so mature. I would cut to my job, have my Bible, listening to my Brandy, and we just will literally have conversations, and you know what I'm saying. It will be it will be something because I wasn't, and I knew like I knew like the key of me. And one of the ladies, she said, Wiley, like your personality. I wish, and she would say, I wish my boyfriend had your personality. Like you're so funny. I could talk to you all day. She would call me and all that. And I got tired of her calling me. I'm like, oh my gosh. Hello. Hey, I ain't see you at work today. I'm like, oh gosh. Oh gosh. And then I told her, oh, I ain't had no ride. And then she came all the way and came pick me up. Shout out to all the women out there. Like, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. It's great. Like, it's really, really. I got some stories. Some stories I can tell y'all some recent stuff, but they watching, so I can't really tell y'all no recent stories. Once we had to do a story time later on, because some story time probably get me in trouble. But yeah, but I have it, and I love like talking to the ladies and stuff like that. Yeah. But I want them to be singles, like most of the ladies that they be like in relationships. They got baby daddy drama and all that. I don't want that. I just want a woman to come that's single, for real, okay, and just attract that, So I don't want no drama. I don't want no drama, especially with a female, because females are different than men. Like they're bringing the drama to work. Like, I don't want, especially if we screwing. Like that's something too. I cannot screw like coworkers, like because that's just drama on top of drama. Because women talk, and if it's good, the next one gonna want it. And I ain't got time to put that in drama like that. So yeah. Look at y'all get this conversation. They said Wiley got the girls week. I love it. I just it's just really, really great. Hey everybody. And one thing that I learned, I'm gonna be honest, like women are like, they talk. When you're talking about the three letters, like women talk. When they talking about S, when they talk, baby, women talk. I have learned some things, like women, like y'all. I thought men talk, like no, women talk. They talk. Yes. Shout out to all the ladies out there. I love you all. Love you. Oh gosh. Give me a mic, I get to talking. Shout out to the producers that sent me they sent me like Instagram stuff. Thank you so very much. Okay. Thank y'all for sending me stories of y'all food. Some of y'all food look delicious. All of y'all food look delicious. Sorry that I couldn't respond to everybody. Some of y'all sent me happy Thanksgiving. So thank you all for that. Okay. Yes, they said, good to hear you in the upbeat mood. Focus on you, no other name. Yes, I can focus on me. I'm just telling you, I'm just a petty person. And it's some people I just love to be petty with. Cause it's just I'm petty. You know what I'm saying? But it's true. When you focus on you, I'm at my best when I can just focus on me. You know what I mean? I told you next year it's gonna be more focusing on the Wiley Show. You know what I mean? Just focusing on me. You know, focusing up on the Wiley Show. Okay, I am. When you focus on it, is true. You do get distracted. When you listen, y'all. I know you do get distracted. You focus on other people. I get it. I understand it. But when you focus on you, it's great. It feels real good. It feels real good. Okay. I think once too when I get in a relationship too, I cannot wait to get to dating. I hope that I'm a good date. Okay. I hope that I'll be a good husband and a good father. That's what I want. Some people in the LGBTQIST community that view the show said I'm lying, all that. I said no. I'm just open and honest about my sexuality, not your. I'm open with me, and I do this to. And I have gotten received. I remember when I first announced that I was bi, a couple of my viewers that they was like, "Well, damn, Wiley, I'm bi as well," and I'm like, I thought I was weird to still like women, but I like men. I said, "You're not weird. Weird. You just have to talk about these situations, and there's nothing wrong with talking about these situations because it exists." Now, you do have some bi people. They just say it because they gay. They ain't never been with women. They just say it. But every bisexual person is not like that. Some bisexual people, like both, they never really develop being with a woman, but they attracted to women. So it don't necessarily mean that you got to screw a woman to be bi. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't gonna try to get deep, but it is what it is. And that's how I go through it. And you know, people they criticize me, they say all this stuff. I don't listen to it like that because I was like, come on, I know what I like. It is what it is. And if you think I'm pandering to the women, that's what you think. Okay. But I know my heart and I know what I do out when these lights go off on this screen. Um, so I can be shady. I'm very shady. Very, very shady. They am very, 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 very shady. Okay. Very, very I could I could be shady in a second. And I get that. I think I get that from just working with elderly people because elderly people can be very shady and elderly people can be very unfiltered. So I think I developed that trait of just with elderly people, like, because I just developed that trait. Yeah. Yeah. Good. I'm tuning in. Yeah. Tune in. It's like, I love it. And let me tell y'all this anybody that comes from whatever show, I, I'm a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Watch the show, enjoy the show. Once you keep watching, some days it might trigger you, but today you be like, God damn, this is a good show. I'm gonna come back next week. So come back. There's nothing wrong with everybody being shady sometimes for the reason you are trigger people. When you do, oh yeah, when I'm shady, baby, I trigger a lot of people. It's because I'm cockeyed. I know it. If I was, my eyes were straight, um, some people got triggered when I said I was dark skinned, but I said what I said. I'm gonna say it again. It's because I'm cockeyed and dark skinned. But if I was light skinned, eyes straight, teeth extra white, it wouldn't be an issue. They wouldn't really get as triggered. But they get triggered with Wiley said, baby. Oh, Wiley. And baby, I get when people mad at me, you see the comments. See, y'all don't see these nasty comments because we don't put the nasty comments out. And I've lost YouTube people that, they're no longer with us. And one of the things that they said they battle with is the nasty comments used to get to them. So for me, YouTube got an incredible feature that you don't have to show like cuss words, C word, all type of nasty words. I get hundreds of those comments a day. So you don't see it. So you may see a video, golly, Wiley only got 5 comments. No, baby. If you knew the behind the scenes, it was 300 of them comments, and 90% of it was filled with filth and cussing. And you won't see it. Now, if you smart and strategic enough, you'll just be intelligent enough to put the comments in there without nasty words. But yeah, they be getting me, especially if it's they fave. Oh, baby, they come out the whip word. At least you don't dog us women. You show us sport. Yes, like I have to. Like I'm not going to get up on here and do that. They say I know someone that's gay, never been with a woman, but want to experience it. They exist, and it's a great experience because you gotta understand, being with a woman is natural. There's nothing wrong with it. It is a natural thing. And when you go in, you're like, golly, what was I missing? It's natural. So it is a desire for a man to like a woman. That's a natural desire. And there's nothing wrong with that. It is natural. And you go in and you can be like, golly, what was I missing? Especially if it's good. And it's especially if it's good and the chemistry is there and you love her and y'all have awesome chemistry and the chemistry is there. Y'all talk every day on the phone and y'all just do it and just chemistry is there. That's somebody, just let the chemistry be somebody that I like for real. Like the chemistry is there. I love like good, great chemistry. Chemistry is definitely, but that's the kind of, I got to be careful having that chemistry. Then they're gonna be like, we got to get married. You just pour your heart out, just the chemistry there, and we just hearing each other cry, or we have bad days. We picked each other's spirit up. That's powerful. When you can literally pick up a woman's spirit and they just cry, and you just make them feel better, baby. You got you somebody. You better keep that one. I'm just telling you that right there. A man that can make you feel better. Like if you literally hurt, like your man's supposed to can help make you feel better. It shouldn't be you feel worse. Is what I'm trying to do. That should be. You should make it feel. Should feel much better. Okay. And I got that give, and I love that I can. I love that I can make people laugh. I love it. I love it. I really, really love it. Really, 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 really love it. Facts, Wiley. Comments can be. It can. Like the comments are that way. Maybe one day I can like really show y'all, maybe on Patreon, the nasty comments I receive. I'm immune to it. Don't bother me because you're not going to be able to see it for the public. And I'll be like, golly, y'all, they be writing paragraphs and you don't never see it. They be like, where's my comment? Where's my comment? Ain't no way. And then one thing, notice reading your comments, the viewers care about your love. Yes, thank you. They be writing these nasty comments and be paragraphs. And then they email me, you ain't post my comments. You up there gonna say you don't care what people say. You don't delete comments. No, if it's a nasty comment, you're not going to see it. Period. You got to have it where it's no cussing because I have a lot of people, watching my show. And I don't want them to see nasty comments. You being nasty. No, 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 no. Be professional or strategic or how you deliver your comments. Okay. Because you can make a nice, funny comment that you're getting me together. He's a miss your love, significant other. That makes it Stevie when you talk to them again. Yes, that does. That honestly, thank you. I had a great Thanksgiving as well. I know y'all had a great Thanksgiving. I had an okay Thanksgiving. I wanted to entertain y'all, but my roommates, they had special guests over and they had music playing, and I had a good plan to just entertain y'all for Thanksgiving. But they had people over there were cooking, and me, it was my break time. So I was like, okay, let me I can't really read my book because it's too much noise, kids running around. I'm like, okay, let me lock my door, stay in my room, watch me a Netflix show. So I had went to Applebee's and I had got me some ribs because I didn't want no Thanksgiving food. Because you feel down when you're around your family, and I really wanted to go home and see some of my loved ones, but the pandemic. So I kind of like didn't want to eat no Thanksgiving food to trigger me. But I did have some baby back ribs from Applebee's, which was really good. They had some wings too, was good too. And I watched me a Netflix movie, drunk me something, juice, and that was pretty much my Thanksgiving. But I wanted to come and do a Thanksgiving show, but we had so many people over, music was playing, and I said, you know what? I just let my roommate, let them just have their way for that day. Okay. Did you get your turkey? No, I didn't see what's up. Man, if I had some turkey, I'd have started crying if I would have ate some turkey. It would have triggered me. It would have really, really triggered me. You know, these times here. It would have triggered me if I had some Thanksgiving food because it would have brought back memories of my family and nah. I didn't want to eat the I'd have started balling up crying if I'd had that turkey. Memories would have really, really triggered me. So I ate like that way, you know, because I didn't want to see my niece. And, you know, when I went home and I saw my little niece. And she was like, "That's my uncle." And we have a beautiful picture that we took. I didn't release it publicly because you know I'm a public figure and there's some people out here that child, you gotta be cautious on what you post now. But it was a beautiful picture like, me and her have in my phone. I gotta take a picture, print it out and put it on my wall. But it was like when I went to go visit my family like a couple of months ago, I didn't even know she knew I was, but you know, because you know, I didn't know who she knew I was because it's been years since she seen me since 2016. She was just a baby. She a little girl now, and she was like, "That's my uncle." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's my baby." Oh, I love her so much. Oh my gosh, and that would really want to make me have like kids like with her because I remember when I would get off work and I would talk to her, sing to her. I would like at first I was resistant. I'm like, oh my gosh, kids, and oh my god. But every day when I get off, we would talk, and she was a baby, and I would sing to her, and I would, you know, watch Channel 11, Barney, and all of that. And you know, when I saw her recently, I was like, oh my god, we took a picture. It was so nice. Oh, so I'm an uncle, and I'm like, oh, I got nieces and I got some that I never met. You know what I'm saying? But with her, we have like a special bond because I saw when she was a baby when my sister brought her home, and it's just a special bond. And I love my niece. I love all of my nieces and nephews, but it's some that I never met, and I would love to meet them. So my next time around, I'm gonna go to like another city where they're located. I'm gonna go visit them and bring them gifts and everything like that because I don't want to show people favoritism because like my brother was watching. He was like, "Oh, you want to love her? You got other nieces and nephews." You know what I mean? So that's why I couldn't really shower one with gifts. I want to make sure I can shower all of them with gifts, and there's a lot of them. So I got to call my sister like, "Okay, name all the um my nieces and nephews so I can give them a book or a shirt or some pants or whatever. Give me their size. I want to make sure I can afford. And I got to thank God for this time. I have enough to really give each of my niece and nephew a gift. Okay. I don't want to just give her a gift and not the rest of them a gift. We don't want to get all of them a gift, okay? And if any of them can read, get them a little card. I may give them a card and a gift card, and maybe. But Lord, they daddy and mama might go smoke that up or just you know how these people get, you know. But I'm gonna just give them some clothes and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. Man, if I put $20 in my niece and everything, it's not gonna see that $20 a piece. That $20 gonna go to Mama Newport 100s. Cause I know my family. Cause I want to be that cool uncle. Cause when I come in the room, Uncle, what you bring me? I want to be that one, no uncle. At first, I wanted to be the disciplinarian. Like, oh my gosh. So at first, I wanted to be a discipline. I was so hard, like, don't stop all that crying. So my oh my gosh. So my cousin, so I used to babysit him. Lay down. Don't do all that crying. Sit down. I used to be so strict. So my little cousin, he would look at me, lay down, and he would just lay down anywhere. If it's in the kitchen, where like he feared me. But then he got a little bit older. I'm like, lay down. Well, I ain't little no more. He started talking back. I'm like, what did you say? I'm telling you, like, I used to be so, but then I stopped being strict. I started having fun. I was a strict one. Because when I used to get off work, I did not like no noise. I want silence. I did not like a lot of noise. I expect because I used to work the overnight shift. So when I used to come, I want to take a shower, I want complete silence. There's Complete silence. But kids, they want to play, they want to make noise. They don't care nothing about that you work 8 hours. They don't care. And I used to work 16-hour shifts. They do not care. They want to play and all that, you know. They want to play. And I was like, oh, I ain't feel like all that noise. And my room was upstairs, and they would literally find my room. I'm like, put my computer down, put my microphone down. They would color all on my microphone. They were all on my desk. I said, put it down. Don't bother. Put that down. Go down there with your mama and your daddy. And then their mama and daddy would leave, and I'd be the only there with the kid. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I had to go downstairs and sing, and we'd do karaoke. I remember one time, and I'm gonna go. My grandmother's a Christian. She don't like rap music. But one time I put on the Cupid Shuffle. I'm like, yes. My grandma said, what are y'all listening to? I said, Grandma, this is a new Kirk Franklin gospel song. Don't worry about it. That ain't no gospel song. I said, it is a gospel song. So we in there doing the wobble. I think, no, it was the wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, wobble, boy. Hey, we used to dance like ice. We used to dance. It used to be so funny. It was like, turn that on. That ain't no gospel. I said, that's a new Shirley Caesar song. It is gospel, Grandma. It's gospel. That ain't no gospel. You can really tell. I could like really tell when my grandma wasn't at home when she would be gone at work or something. Baby, the rap music be booming in that house. Soon as my grandma leave, let's put on that rap. Let's get the smoking. Let's go. Cause that's what I was experimenting, getting into like weed and stuff. You know, that was like years ago. I was like, oh, let's get into it. I'm like, let's get into it, baby. That's what I used to. Baby, that's what I used to. Yeah. When I grandma used to leave, I was going to that backyard. She had a nice yard. She got a nice yard. I'll go back there. But yeah. So those are memories. Oh, somebody sent me something. In the world going on, it'd be so many people sending me shows for me to talk about their shows. Y'all bear with me, y'all. I'll be getting so many DMs. Oh my God, you put it on Kurt. Yes, I did. I said that's a new Kurt Franklin because my grandma did not like rap music. She ain't like no cussing. Oh, I used to get it. I used to think like, well, I'm like, okay, my grandma asleep, but she'd be watching a movie or something. Soon as a cuss word, I said, did he just cut? No, grandma, he ain't cuss. Turn that off. I don't know why you watching stuff like that. I'm going to tell the pastor. Why is you watching stuff with cussing? I'm like, Grandma, it wasn't that bad. Turn that off. Oh, especially Tyler Perry stuff. She did not like when they would play church. Oh, they shouldn't be doing that. Playing with the Lord. They shouldn't be. I'm like, Grandma, I'm trying to watch it. Don't worry about it. They shouldn't be doing all that stuff. And my grandma, she will literally talk about the show when the movie up. And that used to irritate me. That was one part that used to irritate me. Another thing that my grandma used to do, we would be at the restaurant, and I'm done. This is the last story. We would literally be at the restaurant. I mean, in the drive-thru at McDonald's or KFC. And I would order something like, Grandma, do you want something? No, I don't want nothing at all. Eat that stuff. And as soon as we pull off and we eat it, oh, give me a piece of that chicken. I'm like, Grandma, why did you tell them that you wanted some chicken? I'm like, Grandma, don't worry about it. You don't like to share. You so stingy. I don't understand that. You need to share. I shouldn't even have to ask if I want some chicken. I'm like, Grandma, And then I'm like, Grandma, Lord. She would eat the chicken. Oh, Lord Jesus. I love my grandma. Why are you doing this? You should have told him you wanted the chicken wings. Oh, and another thing, my grandma, I'm just getting triggered. She would be driving. I'm like, Grandma, pay attention to the road. If she see a police car, if she see the ambulance, she would turn her head. What's going on over there? I'm like, Grandma, pay attention to the road. Pay attention to the road. Stop all that. Stop all that. Looking over there. Pay attention. And so, I really, really got to go. But I got my driver's permit. I was like, Grandma, can I drive? So she let me drive one day. Slow down. You drive too fast. I ain't letting you. I'm like, Grandma, I'm not, because I thought I was cool. I'm like, I'm in here driving. I was like, slow down. You drive too fast. You shouldn't be driving. I'm like, Grandma, you shouldn't be talking. You be bumping cars, falling asleep behind the wheel. We just be going, don't worry about that. I ain't letting you drive. Soon as she knew I liked to drive, Grandma, can I drive? Nah, Grandma, can I drive? Nah, you ain't driving my car. Like, I used to love it. We used to pull up at church because none of the other kids, they grandmas would let them drive. But my grandma would let me drive. They'd be so jealous. They'd be so jealous. But it's I would tell you, I have like memories, like really memories, like. But I remember my grandmother, and I was really going through it. Couldn't find no job. The recession, and I'm like, Grandma, I'm applying for this job. And then my grandma said, Marquis, what did she say? I would say it like how she said, Marquis, come on home. Come home. I'm like, okay, Grandma. So I came home. My grandma had cornbread going, fried chicken. It was so like, and that's what I love about her. Like, she will make sure it's good food when you had a bad. I had a bad day, man. That's how I got a taste of how the world just treats you, just being black, poor. I was poor, black, but I went home and I ate, and that really picked up my spirit, and I really appreciate that. And it's like, I really, really appreciate that. But I remember that she had that chicken, she had it going, had me some cold to drink. Cause I was through. I was poor, black, no job. I was trying to get a job. They was telling me no, they wouldn't hire. I would go all the way out to Skokie. I would go far to places for a job. I was poor and black. Yes. And then I went, okay. And then I wanted to get me a car. So I said, Grandma, let's go to this lot. I think on Western. Y'all know if y'all in Chicago on Western, they have all the car lots on Western. I said, Grandma, I want to get a car. So let's go. So okay, let's see. We get there. Oh Lord, do you got a church? The Lord filled me with the Holy Ghost back in 1972. You got your church? The name of my pastor, Bishop Melvin Cartwright. I said, Grandma, please let's go. We got the dad. I'm embarrassed. My credit score low. And see, shut up, boy. I'm witnessing to the Lord. I'm witnessing getting so. I'm like, Grandma, please, let's go. Cause we have church on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday too. My Lord Jesus. Grandma, let's go. And see, the Lord is just so good. He's all like, good God Almighty. And she'll be in there prophesizing. She'll be in there talking. I'll be ready to go. Oh Lord. She be that way, like, oh Lord. Like, she be that way. Oh God, I said, Grandma, let's go. But I love my grandmother. I love her. She would, you know, I love Brewer, I love you back. Says yeah, she grandma would have she would have so many memories of the people that she used to take care of. Baby, man, yeah, Granny will tell me like, come on. But my grandmother, she did spoil me. Like Granny spoiled me because while the rest of the kids be rushing for breakfast, I had me some bacon, eggs, like oh, my grandma pancakes was off the chain, and she would like cut up my pancakes. Cause I'm like, Grandma, can you cut up my pancake? And she'll do it. She'll complain at first, but she gonna cut them up, and she'll cut my pancakes up. She was literally like she spoiled me, so she would pick me up from school, drop me off, and mind you, I went to a school that I had to get to school at 7:30 in the morning. Now at 8 o'clock, we literally have to get up. We have to be in the building at 7:30. Okay. I went to a military school. Baby, grandma will have my uniform and impressed. Even though it was shrunk because she said she ain't take it to the clean, she gonna wash it. And it will be have some creases. And you will see all my man parts because it will because them pants was like it was shrunk. So but it was smelling good, baby. Like she would literally like my clothes, like literally, she would have me come up there. And my grandma had a little bitty car. I'd be so embarrassed. I'm like, Grandma, please don't pull up to the school. Don't worry about that, boy. I'm pulling right up in front of the school. Then my knees would be up to the dashboard because she had a little bitty car. And they were like, oh my God, look at Wiley in that little bitty car. His granny dropping him off. His granny dropping him off at school. I'm like, Grandma, please leave. I remember one time my grandma, I think I forgot my book bag. She came to school with a mismatched shirt with her skirt. It was all mismatched. Yellow sock, blue sock, didn't care. I'm here, Marquis. And I tried to act like I could hear. She never could say my name like Marquis. She said, Marquis, you forgot Marquis. You forgot your book bag, oh, Lord Jesus. Let your grandma do. You hear your grandma like, oh, Lord Jesus, Grandma Lee. Ah, she had a mismatch. She didn't care. She like, oh, gosh. Marquis, you left your book bag, boy. Don't worry about it. Boy. Oh, Grandma, please. I tried to act like I could hear. I'm like, Grandma, why are you in this building looking like this? Get out! I was born. It was, oh Lord, it was this lady at our school, beautiful, thick, good looking. She was the attendance person, and my attendance was low because I'd be like, Grandma, I don't feel good. I ain't going. And she was like, yo, Grandma, bring you to school, drop you off. She got you so spoiled. And my grandma was like, yeah, I got her spoiled. That's my baby. Because she didn't have me spoiled, like literally. Look, Grandma had me spoiled. Like I didn't have the one for nothing. Like if I needed some money, car, when I did take the train, she would give me bus fare. If I needed something from McDonald's, she's gonna buy it. She was, if we wanted to go to Walmart, oh, I was lucky because she used to have a daycare. When them checks used to come, I like, let's go to Walmart. We would buy. She'll complain. I ain't getting you that. And I have it in the car. But like, Grandma, I gotta have this. I gotta have this. She would have it. I was like, yes, come on, come on, come on. I was spoiled. I really was. We would go to restaurants. We would buy. She would give me chicken, especially out the church. And this was another pet peeve. I said, Grandma, why are we in this bad neighborhood? We will be in the worst neighborhood. See, you ain't saved. That's why you're scared. Get out of the car. Let's go up and get this chicken. I want me some chicken. I'm hungry. And it would be in the hood. I mean, gangsters, gangbangers don't care. We would go actually have our church hat, her clothes on. She like, how y'all doing? They would come, how you doing? They wouldn't bother us, but I was scared. Oh, you ain't got the Holy Ghost. That's why you're scared. And please, don't let it be hot. Don't let it be hot outside. You complain about the heat. I said, Grandma, turn on the air conditioner. Hell don't have no air conditioner. And you see, you don't like that heat. You bet that go to hell. Hell ain't got no air conditioner. You bet that go to hell. I'm like, Grandma, please put on the air. Don't worry about. Okay, Grandma, we hear you. You complain about that heat and you a sinner. I'm like, wait a minute, Grandma, don't be worried about that. Okay. All right. And then I remember I was staying with my cousin take my friend Tank. And that's when I was gay in the lifestyle. So my grandma dropped me. I said, Grandma, can you drop me off at my friend's house? So she saw my friend with his makeup on and everything. And my grandma got in the car, repent. And my friend was like, what is she saying? Repent, repent, repent. I'm like, Grandma, get in the car and go. Oh my God, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I'm like, Grandma, please get in the car. She was telling me to repent. She told my friend to repent. She told my friend boyfriend, repent. Oh my God. I said, Lord, I'm embarrassed. And she was loud. She got in that car, saw that makeup. She saw my man makeup. That's no my roommate bed with all that makeup. And my granny said, repent. And my friend was like, what the world? What the world is going on? And he was like, Grandma Wiley going through it. Grandma Wiley. She said, Grandma Wiley going through it. What Grandma Wiley? I said, Lord, leave her alone. Go on. I'm like, go ahead, Grandma. I miss my granny. I miss her because she told me to repent. She don't care. My grandma do not care. She'll get over to church in a second. Pray for my grandson, Marquise. He's a sinner. I'm like, Grandma, please sit down. When she was a Sunday school teacher, anything that I do, and I told Marquise, and he came in the house late, and I told him, me and my house is gonna serve the Lord. I said, Grandma, please stop telling them all my business. You ain't got no business. I said, Grandma, I do got a business. It's one thing you better tell my grandma. You got some stay out of my business because she gonna tell you ain't got no business. And then she gonna say you ain't got no friends. Only friend you got is Jesus. You ain't got no friend. Them people ain't your friend. Don't care what. She goes shoot it down. Oh, I love my grandma. She was so funny. I said, Grandma, I do got some friends. You ain't got no friends. Oh, me the granny son. Yes, and please, Lord, I'll be on the phone with my friends, and we just be kicking it on the phone. I'm like, my kid, yeah, look, get off the phone. I'm waiting on Sister So-and-so to call me. Get off the phone. Holding up my phone. You don't even pay no bills. I said, Grandma, I'm going to get on the phone. Because that was for cell phone. Get off the phone. Holding up my line. Oh, yeah. Because they'll call me. They'll be like, hello, can I speak to Mother so-and-so? I'm like, oh, she'll be right with you. She sleep. And she'll be sleep. She'll be up. And okay, we'll tell her to call. I'm like, I'll tell her I'll be on the phone. And my grandma used to like, she didn't get her phone call. Lord, okay. So, all right. Oh, Lord. All right, let me go. Okay, hello. Oh, here we go. So they call like, hello, let me speak to Granny. Here she go when she got the phone. Hello. Up the phone upside down. I said, Grandma, put it this way. Hello. Who did? Hello. Hello. Who did? Oh, how you? Hello. I said, Grandma. And then if I didn't want to get up for school, everybody in the church gonna know how to get up for school. Yeah, that boy, I can't understand that. Say he's sick. You know he ain't get up for school. They gonna kick his tail out of school. And he know he's supposed to be in school. You make sure you tell Pastor he ain't go to school today. That boy talking about he's sick. He ain't go to school today. That boy know to go to school. Praise the Lord. Everybody gonna know I ain't went to school. God. I should have went to school. He know he's supposed to be in school. Okay, this is the last story. This got to be the last one. Baby, I'm triggered. Okay, so I really had to go boo-boo. I'm going to be honest. I had to go boo-boo, and I had to leave school because I could not do this. So I called my uncle because my grandma didn't answer. But I didn't want to speak to her. I want to speak to my auntie because she would have came and picked me up so I can go and boo-boo. So I called my uncle. He answered, hello. How you doing, Bishop? Hey, how you doing? I said, Pastor, I don't feel good. He said, what's wrong? I got to go boo-boo. I got to use it. I can't use it in school. It's embarrassing. Well, ask your teacher if you could use the teacher restroom. I said, Bishop, I can't use the teacher restroom. Please pick me up so I can move. No, I ain't picking you up. Well, you go move. Use the teacher restroom. I said, Bishop, where's auntie at? Get off the phone. And then he ain't answer. So I had to just go in the restroom, and I'm like, Lord, hurts. Oh, God, I went to leave school, and he did not pick me up so I go boo-boo. Okay. All right, man. He picked me up. Because my auntie, she would have came and got me. She's like, okay, I'm on my way. No problem. But he did not talk about, can you use? I said, Bishop, I can't use the teacher lounge. All right, and then one day I was at school, and then my bishop, he was picking us up. He said, Marcus, I'm coming to pick you up. I said, oh, Lord, I don't want to come pick me up. Because when my uncle pick you up, you got to do church business. In church business, we got to go to, what was that, Guitar Center, get a keyboard, get a drum set, and I'm hungry. He going to feed you. But I just don't want to be out here all day. I want to talk to my friend, do my homework, and go to sleep. We going to the church, setting up the drum set and the keyboard, and I would have an attitude. My uncle would be like, look at him having that attitude. That don't make no sense. He in the house of the Lord with that attitude. I said, Bishop, I don't have no attitude. I'm tired. I've been at school all day. You too young to be tired. How you tired? You young. I'm like, Bishop, I don't feel like hooking up the keyboard. Get on the keyboard. Let's hear how sound. Get on the drums. Let's see how Bishop. Oh, Lord, I want to see that. And then you got to stop because everybody got to call the pastor and talk. Hey, Bishop, how's it going? Yeah, we here at the church doing work and all that. Lord, and Marquise here with an attitude because he don't mind telling. He got an attitude. He don't feel like working. I'm like, Bitch, I'm tired. You had me since 2 o'clock. It is literally 6, 7 o'clock. I'm ready to go home. And please don't let it be a church night because you ain't leaving. If church, what's the day? Let me see what today. Today, Thursday. Oh, no, today is Friday. So church started at 8. If we there, we might as well stay here and get service started. We might as well stay here and get served. Brother Marquise, get up there and get the service. You conduct the service, do the praise and worship. Bitch, I'm tired, hungry. My stomach is growling. I'm ready to go. I don't feel like coming, standing here for no church. But I had to stay. I couldn't leave. I had to stay. Get up there, sing I'm a soldier, army of the Lord, do testimony service. We don't get out of church until 12 or 1. Because on Fridays, oh, baby, you ain't getting out until 12 or 1 o'clock. So by the time I get home, I don't get into bed like at 2. Then I got to get up at 6 or 7 for school. I couldn't believe that. So I'm sure it can be, especially when they see you, I work hard for the, yes. So, and especially with the pastor, like, they will tell like anything, like especially like if you are related to the pastor, everybody watching you. I'm like, gosh. And then my grandma said, we got to stay on the best behavior. We passed the family. Everybody wild like, Grandma, I don't feel like coming to church today. I want to stay home. Get up. That don't make no sense. Say you don't want to go to church. That don't make no sense. You should have went to bed. You got up. You got up. You up there playing that game. You get up for Sunday school. Grandma, I don't feel like coming for Sunday school. So when I got up a little bit early, I used to be smart. I said, okay, I come to Sunday school, but I come when the pastor, because he get there about 10 or 11. So let me sleep in. So I take the train, come to church about 12 p.m. or 1. Okay. Because I don't feel like standing for no 5-hour Sunday school service. Because we'd be in Sunday school. The church that I came from, Sunday school starts at 10, but it can end at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. It is whatever, because they're going to ask questions. Lord Jesus. But I love it, though. It kept me out of gangs. It kept me out of the streets. But it was a lot of church. It was a lot, baby. My life, my childhood consumed of choir rehearsal on Tuesday, prayer on Wednesday, Friday night service. Then they had a new thing where we had to go to church every second Saturday. Usually I could just have my Saturdays to myself. Couldn't have them Saturdays to myself. No. Every second Saturday we going to somebody's church. Sunday, all day Sunday, you ain't leaving until 8 or 9-ish. And please don't let it be a shut-in. I used to love the shut-in because there was some beautiful sisters at the church, and it was very attractive. I had a very crush on a lot of them. So I didn't mind a shut-in, but then the pastor was like, I want everybody to fast. Kids, I want y'all to fast too. I said, Bishop, I don't feel like fasting. I got to eat. I'm hungry. So one day I left the shut-in, went home, ate, and I said, I'll come back. I gotta leave. I think my mama want me to do something. So I leave the shut-in, go home, eat, give me a good sleep in, then come back. But I'm not about to sit there and just up for 3 days, 3 nights, no eating, no drinking. Because at our church, you couldn't eat or drink anything. Baby, your stomach gonna be growling. And my bishop, he'll be up there preaching, teaching. I'll be asleep, waking up. He's still up there preaching and teaching. I'll be asleep. He's still up there preaching and teaching. I'm like, Bishop. He's still up there preaching and teaching. And I'll be hungry. And then one of the brothers came down there. Marquise, put down that snack. I was getting so mad at that brother. I told one of my friends, I said, he come down here, we gonna fight. Because I'm hungry. Baby, I went in that basement. He said, put down that food. Don't be down there. I devoured that food. I warmed me up. I said, I gotta eat. By the time I came back up in the sanctuary, my hands was greasy, face was greasy. I ate. Ain't no putting out. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. You ain't gonna have me like stuff like that. But we love you. So I know sometimes seeing hard time faith because he's up in heaven. Yes, I hear you. I got a whipping for leaving church and spending it offering money on a quarter juice cherry. Pasta beans, a bag of quarter chips. Got whooping the Sunday best. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. It was really rough. And then I used to direct the choir. And I want to say, rest in peace to Mother Banks. That was Mother. I love her. But Mother Banks was one of the mothers in the church that, I would direct the choir. And she was like, boy, you remind me of Ricky Dillon. Because I would direct the choir. One thing that I used to love in the church, I used to love conducting the service, doing praise and worship and directing the choir. That was the favorite thing I used to love doing. I used to look forward to on Tuesday nights. I would leave work, get on the train, and my pastor, and I was very active in the church. I'm gonna drink some water and I'm I was very active in the church. So I would leave school go to church, clean up, vacuum, throw out the trash, and get ready for 6 o'clock service. So I would do my homework in the church, clean up, and everything like that. So I used to direct the choir, and it was rough, baby. It was rough because it wasn't easy because I was the youngest choir director ever. I was a teenager directing church people, okay, and church people, baby. One thing I didn't like, oh, Brother Marquise, that ain't the song that we sing at this church. We don't like all that type of church. We like these type of songs. That ain't the type of song. I said, ain't no such thing of this. This is a song we should. No, Brother Marquise, we shouldn't do that song. We don't love all that upbeat and stuff like that. All that. I said, the Bible says, sing with an understanding. Lord Jesus. I was like, okay. I want to. One song that I wanted us to sing is "Open the Floodgates of Heaven, let it rain, let it rain." So I got over to church talking about "Open the Floodgates of Heaven." That ain't nothing like a Prince song. I all like, oh, Brother Marquise, we ain't gonna better sing that. So I pleaded with Bishop. I was like, Bishop, please, we got to sing this song. So I had one of the minister of the church to lead the song because he had a voice that he can lead the song. I said, I want us to sing that song. Okay. So he said, yes, okay. And it just accidentally, I directed the choir. But when we used to get it in, boom, I used to look forward to that. And that was the adult choir that I used to direct. And I was a teenager and I used to love it. I used to love directing a choir. To this day, I can still see myself, directing a choir, going to church. I do miss, that's one piece that I do miss is going to church. I do miss it, right? Because that's all I knew. And I used to love directing choir too. But I used to have arguments though with some of the church members. They ain't used to like it. And my nose used to run too. Brother Marquise, blow your nose. Blow your nose. Blow your nose. Like, oh Lord, my nose used to run then. You look good. Oh, thank you. I was sure you used to cry back in the night. Yes. And shout out to the youth director at our church. She's a missionary now. Shout out to her. I gotta send her a gift. I'm gonna send her a gift because she done some. I've been on her since I was a kid. Yeah, shout out to her. Wow, that's great. Yes, you have favor in God for serving. Yes, it was up granted when you were younger. Ricky Jugger be showing out. I love watching him on YouTube. Yes, so that's how I got it. I used to go hard. I used to be sweating. My shirt used to come out of my pants. I used to get in and shout open. I used to love shouting. I used to run up and down the aisles. I was a shouter. When you talk about shouting, baby, I was a shouter. I used to run up and down like, ooh, 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 ooh. I used to run up and down the aisle when it's a good high service, especially if it's some good musicians. Hey, blah, 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 shout out. Glory. Excuse me. I used to shout. And so by the time we used to get out, yeah, that shout will get that stress. So you get a good shout. And we would eat out the service because I used to have a good time. I used to run. I wasn't fat. I was skinny. I used to run tall and just shout everywhere. They would try to hold me down. They couldn't hold me down. I would just shout. I used to have a good time in church. And I wish, only thing to, when you're in church, one thing that I try to tell when you have children growing up, make sure you nurture them as being a Christian. But it never leaves you. I don't care what it is. It will never ever leave. It never left me. And I haven't been in church in years, but it never leaves you. And I would still go and watch like old church videos or church clips. It would never leave you. And my prayer is to find a church home. That's my prayer. I was tall and skinny, baby. Oh, yes, thank you. I forgot about Wednesday night study and Friday night delivery service. It was a lot. And that's when we had altar call, everything. You're on the spot on the kids need a relationship with God. Yes, the kids need a relationship. It needs a relationship. And it's a foundation that will never leave you. And And to make sure, one thing that I love, and that's why I love my uncle, and I wish that we had a relationship to this day. But the one thing I love and admired about my uncle is that he would pick me up, and I was very active in the church. He taught me church business, right? He taught me about raising offerings, trained me. I had a job and I was making $9 an hour, and we couldn't reach our goal, but I wrote the check. I knew about writing a check and everything like that. So I learned that. I was young, and he was like, "Man, I'm gonna give you a key to the church. You get the alarms and everything." I had the keys to the church, the alarm system. I felt none of the other kids had. I had it because I was so mature, and I love the church. I love God, and I still do. I love the church. I love my pastor. I love my uncle, and that's one thing too that I wish I can um, get to a place where I can us having a conversation. But I do love them. That will never leave. That foundation, that church is just there. It's just there. And I do miss going to church. I love it. I love it. Oh gosh, it's in me. Oh God, ain't God good? God is good. Yes, because we're all here in the chat could help keep the church going after the elderly can't do it because kids these days run to the church once we're all old. Yes, it can be, and it's good to have young folks in your church. Because once the elderly people die, your church died. You gotta have young people. Yeah, that's how it is in my church. People will call you out for eating in the church, and it will still be spent. Yeah, they will call you out. I used to love it. I admired it because it was really, really, really great. And I admired how my uncle, to this day, how my uncle treated his wife. And I admired that relationship, that power, and that dynamic. I admire that. And I love it. Yeah, church is good. And God is good. I don't care. I don't care how you run from it. Baby, it's there. Hey, it's there. I don't care how you run for it. I don't care how you run from it. It is there and it will never leave you. Okay, that's how it was at my church, Pastor. Yes, it will never leave you, and I miss that. And yes, what about Pastor? Okay, I read that already. Yes, memory lane. I'm joining too. Yes, honestly, I watch it because you keep it 100 and you never afraid of showing your love for God. Yes, I love it, and I used to, and one thing I would love to do one day, and maybe I'll be a preacher one day. Who knows? But I love just talking with people of God and prayer. Sir, oh my gosh, it was. I can remember. God is my witness. I was young, and I would read the Bible, and I would get up every day in the middle of the night, read the Bible, and I would read and read. I said, I think God called me to preach. So I told my uncle, I said, Bishop. No, at first I told my friend, I said, I think God called me to preach. I read my Bible every day, just every day. It was like I couldn't stop reading my Bible. I was addicted to reading the word. And I told my friend at the time, I think God called me to preach. And I told my uncle, he was like, you know, I'm gonna say this, as of right now, just keep doing it. You never know what doors God gonna open up for you. Because you're too young to say God called you to preach. You're still a child. But you never know what doors God gonna open up for you. But I remember I told him that, and and I don't know why I should have never stopped reading my Bible. I used to love it. And my uncle, because he used to say, I read my Bible in the restroom at night. And I started to pick that up. And that's why, kids watch adults, whether it's a good influence or whether it's a bad influence. So I picked up a lot of his good traits. And you know, he said I used to read my Bible in the restroom. So I started reading my Bible in the restroom. So I started to he would highlight scriptures and underline the words in a certain way how he underlined. I started doing it like that. He would leave little notes on different pages of the Bible. I would start doing that. And I was the armor bearer. And so I would see different, and then he would have index cards, and I would write different stuff on the index cards and stuff like. I started to pick that up. The only reason I wish that it would have stayed, it would have stayed up, but then we started to, you know what I'm saying, started to clash with the whole being gay and all of that. It started to clash, but I wish that it was handled better when I was a kid. I wish I was counseled or developed or something. But that was the only piece. But I remember it was because I was really, I think, on that track. of that Christianity, living for God and reading the Word. I was there, and I think once you get older, I started to resist because being gay, and I didn't. I resist them, and I think we resist each other. And I just wish that that situation could have been handled better on both sides. Oh, I put that on both sides. But I loved it, man. I loved it. I would be in there reading, and then we had Bible study, and I really wanted to know the answers to the question. So I would study and read and everything. I really wanted to, study the word, and I really wanted to, and I did not, I wanted to get to the point how my uncle was that he knew the word, he knew the scripture, and I wanted to be that too. Because some of the stuff I couldn't understand and some stuff I couldn't pronounce. So I wanted to learn all of that. I wanted to, I still love the Lord. That ain't gonna change. That ain't gonna change. I don't never want that to change. I always want to have that strong foundation. So if I ever have children, that's one thing that we not like instilling them, but really live that life and appreciate. But reading the word is very therapeutic, to read scripture and to just live. And that, I remember I used to read that word. Yes, I did. Okay. Um, have you ever seen church people get so mad at everybody? I have seen arguments, okay, and I've heard things. I'm gonna be very cautious sharing my stories. I love this side of my, but I used to be into it and really have beautiful conversations, and I was so mature. And other those like, oh my gosh, brother Marquise, I wish my son was like this, because I was really into the word. Preach, preach it, preach it. You better preach. And then I would get up and testify. My testimony service, my testimonies, like it will be so strong because I lived and breathed the church. But then I got older and wish again, as my younger self, I would tell, like, your younger self, what would you tell your younger self? Is to not overthink it. And it is okay to make bad decisions. Because I used to beat myself up, and it is okay. So if I ever can have a conversation, if talking to my 21-year-old self, 18-year-old self, it is okay to make a mistake. Okay. That's to help somebody too. It is okay to make a mistake. Okay. And so it is okay if you made a mistake, it is okay. Get it right. But it is okay to make a mistake. But the one thing that fell out with the church, I went to a strong, sanctified Pentecostal church. They did not accept the sexuality. It was terrible. And let me tell you, and it was my uncle's belief. He loved the word. He preached the word. It was what he believed. He preached the word. He said, going to I'm not going to stop preaching God's word. It was just in that dynamic, the hurt for me, that I got the blunt of the hurt, because I wanted to live straight. I did. Oh, honestly, I did, because I didn't. And then it got to, it started, and then I started to notice our relationship. It started, oh, your voice. You got to put bass in your voice. You got to. I'm like, I'm just talking. Put bass. So I tried to make my voice deep. It was really, and it was some days I would cry. It was very hurtful because I didn't know. When you're a kid, you're a teenager. And it's like, and when you're living that scripture, because the Bible don't really like be tailor made if you're somebody that is gay and whatever. Get delivered. Call Jesus. It's really, really strict. You're blessed if you have a pastor that understand it, that can kind of walk with you and deal with you on your level. But some preachers, get on the altar, call Jesus. A man supposed to be with a woman. I ain't backing down for nobody. That's how he would preach. A man don't supposed to be on top of a man. I know I'm preaching. I'm like, good God. God, I'm supposed to be man. And I remember that, because my preacher would preach hard against it. So I was about 13 or 14 years old. And I went up to him. I said, Bishop, I got something to tell you about homosexuality. And I whispered it in his ear when one service was over, because I was Right. I was convicted. It scared me. I don't want to go to hell. So I told him about it. We talked and I told him the situation of what happened. And it was just handled just bad in my humble opinion. In my humble opinion, I don't think it was handled right. It wasn't handled right. In that case, Brother Wiley needed some therapy. I needed counseling because I didn't know. Okay, do you know that song? I love Jesus. I worship and adore you just to tell you that I love you more than anything. Oh, I wish I did know that song. I think I do because it's been a while since I've been singing gospel. I got to get back into singing it. I definitely got to get back into singing it. But yeah, it was that way. But most churches don't really want to have that conversation. Most churches don't want to have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I was get up in a church, and this one I know I started to mess up because I thought I was delivered. And then I would say, hey, I'm delivered from homosexuality. I would sit down, get back to being a homo. Oh, I'm delivered from homosexuality. And it would mess me up because I was chasing to be what they wanted me to be. But once I got older, I realized, I think, this is my belief, not trying to change your, I believe God wants you to be yourself. God wants you to be yourself. It got to be a clear understanding. And if it is anybody that is delivered from lesbianism and homosexuality, it is so important for you to testify and tell your testimony. And let me tell you why. It is so important to tell your testimony, to live that life, to help others. Because if it's possible, if God deliver you from it, then you're supposed to tell your testimony. You're supposed to tell it. But some people feel shame. They don't want to tell it. But you got to tell your testimony to help others. You understand what I'm saying? Because I do believe God can deliver. Because if God can deliver you from crack and from heroin or from meth, he could deliver you from homosexuality. I believe that. So if you have got delivered, my prayer is that for those that have got delivered is to testify more, and they need to be marketed and promoted more because that helps the argument. Okay. And I understand you don't want to be judged, but just like those that say, hey, I used to be on crack, I used to be a prostitute, I need you to have that same courage to help the next person, because that helps with the narrative that God is a deliverer. But be strong though, because some people will be judging, but that's my prayer. I still want to see more of that. Let me tell you something. The Baptist church grew up in Detroit. The long-time picture of music is gay. Lived with his boyfriend. It's a lot of that goes on. It was a person. He was a God, so I don't want to say his name because I don't want to put this and make a big controversy out of it. But he was a contestant of not gonna say the season, but he was a contestant of Sunday's Best. And I used to like him. And I said, hey, my mother had brought furniture for him because he was moving, he was traveling. And he said, you want to go out, you want to take me out for a day? I'm like, cool, let's go for the pick me up. So we went to the movies. And he said, Marquise, he said, I'll have my name. I don't want nobody to find out. I don't want my name to be destroyed. I'll have my name. But he was telling me, he's like, man, it's a lot of people that's gay in this business, like security guards, preachers, pastor assistants, everything. And we never did anything because he was so fearful. He didn't want nobody to know because, the church, as long as you're on the down low, as long as you ain't putting your business out in the public, once you put it out in the public, they will disown you and it will be a mess. So he was so fearful in the way how he said it, and he kept, and I will never forget, I will never say this man's name, but he said, Wiley, no, he said, Marquise, all I got is my name. If they find out that I'm gay, I will lose bookings. I will lose things if I'm open. But Wiley, in the church, a lot of times a crack addict is more respected than an open homosexual gay man or woman. People are very judgmental. It is D1, but what I'm saying, D1, that got to be on the platform and open. I'm gonna tell you why, D1. People have to hear it. If you're delivered from homosexuality and lesbianism, people need to hear that, and that need to be promoted, because it will help the next one that is struggling and their belief is right, and tell them how you got there. It have to be. If God delivered you, you can't keep that a secret. It got to help the next person. And you got to be strong. And that's why I say you pray God for strength, understand it, and say, Lord, word my mouth in this situation, because that will help a lot of people. Because I do believe God can do it. It gotta be. If he can heal you from cancer, he can do, you know what I mean? So that's just my conversation. Decision and conversation. And I'm gonna get past this in a minute. It was one preacher that I'm gonna get back on the show. And I just recently got back in contact with him. And we had a beautiful conversation about being gay, homosexuality. I'm gonna bring him back on the show because he was bringing up some scriptures and stuff like that, and everything like that. And I would love to have my uncle on the show and interview and bring him on, or a Pentecostal preacher on the show. So I want to get a preacher that believe in that and hear their side of the story. All right. Okay, come through. You say today with all my fave, cherry hair, roasted, turkey wings, yours. Yes. Okay. Love y'all. I know it was a long time ago, but it probably send me a question, Wiley, I'm struggling. What do I do? I say get counseling, get therapy, seek counsel, and ask your pastor to give you some advice. That's true. Crackheads, street workers were randomly walking to the service. They were never rejected. I learned God loves all, no matter what you are and who you are. Girl, I was okay. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying today, and it's like really deep, but I know it's gonna help somebody. I know it is, and it's gonna help me. Because God is real. God is good, and out of my 30 years of living, it was God has been there for me. I'm alive and I'm here talking with you all, and I thank him for that. And my prayer is, if he really want me to live that life to be straight, or that life, that's my just, gotta do it. That's if it's in his hands, if it is, it is. It's gonna be, and that's our prayer. But we do have to stop being so judgmental, because we are very judgmental in this world. Very judgmental. The church got to work on that, and that's period, especially in the church, because you don't want to go and everybody judge you, and that's why church attendance is low in a lot of churches, because too many people judging folks. That's why the church attendance is so low in a lot of churches, because it's judgmental, and a lot of preachers saying, I'm preaching truth, and people don't like you. That's what people don't come. Is it that, or is it your delivery with the message? You know what I'm saying? Because my uncle been preaching for years, but he don't have a big church. Maybe 10 people go there. So can you tailor the message? And some will argue, I'm telling it like it is. You don't like it, you know. Okay. Because some churches, I heard. Okay. So it's Pastor. Somebody asked me about Pastor John Gray. Is he still preaching? He's still preaching. Amen. Praise the Lord. He's still preaching. Yes, he is. I'm just reading some of y'all comments. Okay. Well, I love y'all. Thank y'all for hearing my 3-hour show. I grew up in Pentecostal church, no makeup. Women could not wear pants, kicking, but you couldn't. Women, still to this day, women can't wear makeup. Women can't wear pants. Okay. Women cannot preach. Women cannot be in a pulpit. Those are the rules. Another rule: women, you could divorce, but if you divorce your husband, you cannot remarry until your husband or wife die. That's why my uncle don't have a lot of members, because them some strong rules. But that were the rules. It was like, if your husband, or you divorce your husband or wife, you couldn't remarry until one of them die, and then you could remarry. Yeah. So It was like a lot of rules. And I was having a conversation with my mother. She was like, Marquise, you said a lot of things and you were right. But you just went around the wrong because I did. I was hurt. I was telling it all on the internet. And I was very hurt. I regret it though, but I was hurt. And I told to my therapist about it. And she said, Wiley, you didn't know. You were hurt. You were trying to be heard and you went to another avenue. I was. But she said some of the things we were telling where you were in line. I said, that was my experience. We had reached out to Iana like 3 times. And I was like, damn, my family ain't gonna do no Iana. There's that. But I would have known, like, because that was my experience. And sometimes too, a lot of preachers or pastors have to listen to the other side. And sometimes as a bishop or a leader, you have to listen to somebody else's side because you could be wrong in the situation. And it don't take nothing away from you being a preacher by apologizing. Hey, Dre Simber, ain't nothing wrong with doing that. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. I'm just saying it because I know it's helping somebody. Look at God work. We had like a whole church service. Y'all better send y'all offering. Okay. Okay. Y'all better send y'all offering. We just had a whole church service up in here. Up in here. Up in here. Send y'all offering. Okay. And I just think that's what's needed in the church. We need more people to be real. And also, too, we need to have great communication skills in church and learning how to communicate and being honest and able to hear the other side. Let them have their experience, you have yours, and try to come to a resolution and try to come to a point where we can sit at a table and have a conversation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you all for coming on the show today. This was great. I want to say shout out to all the producers. We have literally been on live for 3 hours, but it was needed, right? Because this is what's needed. And I want to say thank you to Dominique. It started out with that interview first. I want to shout out to him for coming on the show. Thank you for the love, for coming through. Thank you. Okay, let me see. Let me see what he's saying. 6-year-old self. I'm okay. Let me stop. They said preaching and sneaking past the great creeping. Oh Lord, praying for his wife and praying for his church. Praying for that brother. Hope he get it together. I don't like when men keep on embarrassing their wives. I do not like when men keep on embarrassing their wife. When the wife got to keep going, you embarrassing your wife. Stop doing all that. Woo, Lord. Cheat and stuff like that. Embarrassing your poor wife. Your wife got to sit there looking because you cheated. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Oh, somebody just sent me that. Okay, let me let her know. Let me say thank you. Give me a second, you guys. I don't like the embarrassing your wife. Praying for women. Y'all go through so much. It's praying for the brothers too, but praying for the women. It's no coincidence that we all in here now. Higher power works a mysterious way. Yes, it does. And I'm definitely going to try to work out. I have to go on an apology tour. Okay. God is literally going to laid it on my heart. They said, Brother Wiley, you got to go on an apology tour with a lot of people in my family that I'm going to have to apologize with. No Joe Gore saying it's 16-year-old man. Yeah. When you're trying to cover up to make it seem like, well, what I did wasn't mad. It was my 16-year-old baby. You 40, 50 some years old. Just get up there and say, people of God, I cheated. I'm asking my congregation for your forgiveness. I'm asking God First of all, I want God to forgive me. I want my wife to forgive me, and I want you, my congregation, to forgive me as well. For what I did, I sinned. I was wrong. I want to repent. That's what you say, but don't get up there. Oh, it was my 16-year-old self, y'all. Out. She was talking to my 15-year-old. No, no, bruh. Because you're trying to put it on her. You did wrong. Come on, somebody. And you say that you did that. Because you're going to try to make it seem like she's a pedophile. She ain't no pedophile. You just committed adultery. She talked about 15. No, you try to make it seem like that lady was a pedophile and all that. No, you cheated on her, cheated on your wife. You committed adultery, and what you need to do is repent and apologize to your wife, apologize to your congregation. That's what you should do. That is the man. That is the man of God way. That is what you're supposed to do, because you are held to a higher standard, and that's what the congregation. That's how you have to do it. But let's not play no games. You playing no games like that. Saying something so foolish. That's very foolish to say. You 50-something years. Who she was talking to my 15-year-old self. So what you're saying is that she's a pedophile. That's what you trying to say. You try to be. Come on now, just call it what it is. Good. Come on, what are you talking? When he said I didn't like that, and I didn't like it that you have put your wife up on there, have a husband looking stupid. And sometimes women, you have to stop standing with your man when he's looking stupid. Don't you get up there and you look stupid too. Let him get up there and apologize, and you sit down and don't you get up there and you try to throw a shot at the other woman. It's your man. Y'all handle that at home. Don't get up. Don't agree with nothing foolish like that. Nah, don't you get up there like you and tell. Don't you get up there like that. I'm gonna look at you straight like, why would she say something like so stupid like that? Why would she do something? Can it make you look crazy? Why would she say? Why would she agree with something like that? Listening to him. Man could keep his pee in his pants. They're gonna talk about she was talking to my 16, 17 year old man. Please, if you don't sit down. When he said, I couldn't believe he would say something like that. That's foolish to be told. And trying to throw the woman under the bus. No, you did wrong. You married. You should never talk with her. Should never screwed her. You did wrong. Y'all both did wrong. You definitely should have. You a preacher and you married. But try to make her look. Ooh, Lord, let me stop. They don't like this type of teacher. Let me stop. Come on now. Okay. Yeah, Shabba talking about she don't cook, but look at like he be eating real good. And if your wife don't cook, you knew that before you married her. And you had that conversation with your wife. You don't go having a conversation with the side chick. Yeah, my wife, she don't cook. And then tell your son, what you eat last night? I ate box pizza again. You don't do stuff like that. That is disrespectful to the man. The most disrespectful thing you do to a wife is to talk to another woman about what your wife ain't doing. If you a preacher and you a man of God, communicate with your wife or what she not doing, what she can work on, and you communicate that with your wife, not with the one you about to hump with the other woman. Come on, somebody. Somebody jumping up right now and just saying, amen, preach Wiley. It's the truth. It is the truth. Hell, you talking to some? Yeah, my wife, she don't cook. Oh Lord, I'm gonna say this. We was at church, and the minister wife, she said something that was so disrespectful and just wasn't right to say. She was in church. She raised her hand. Yeah, my husband, he don't eat me out, or some eat me out. He don't go down there and eat me out. He don't do that. He don't eat me out. And my uncle told her, you don't see no stuff like that. And I was saying to myself, why would you say something like that? If you want him to eat you out, You talk to him at home. You don't get over the church and talk about what your husband ain't doing in the bedroom. That's disrespectful. Everybody don't need to know that. Uncle Tom's like, no, we don't need to know that, sister. If you want to get 8 hours, then I was saying I'm ignorant. So I said that's probably why she left him for all those years, because he wasn't eating out. But you communicate that with your husband. But if you listen, if you out there getting it in all day long and your man can't keep up because you very more experienced, know what you're doing when you get with a man that's not experienced. If you know you liked it from the front, the back, side to side, and that man, only thing he know how to do a little bit is get on top of you missionary style only, and you don't like that, be very cautious on it. You need to let him know. Like, baby, I'm a little freaky. I'm gonna have to teach him. He better be willing to learn. You better willing to learn, or she gonna leave. Especially if you out there, you would get licked and lap, up, front, back, back flips, all type of stuff. Only thing he know how to do is get on top of you like Mister in Color Purple. Let him know that you are more experienced. Just let him know. And men be willing to listen. Because she gonna leave. Or if you get you a man that more experienced, some, that don't, some women don't like to do the lickety lap. Some women don't like to put, one lady said, I don't like to put nothing in my mouth. Is it okay if I refuse to do that? And I would say to myself, if you don't do it, somebody else will. But hey, that's something you got. It's all about communication, child. That's in my humble opinion. Maybe she had a smell. That's why he would eat. I'm telling you, I've heard some things growing up, man. Growing up. I heard say, but communicate, you know what I'm saying, and know what you're doing and all that. But shout out to y'all. How do you feel about mega churches having ATMs? I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue with having an ATM machine. I don't have an issue with that. What I have an issue with is that you're getting so much money and you're not doing much for the community. If you have an ATM machine, you're doing stuff for the community, I'm with you. But don't have all these ATMs, money. But then when you look at your record of what are you doing for others, for like Christian work or community work, I look at you strange. But I don't have an issue with having an ATM in the church. I don't. Some people, I'd rather you have an ATM machine, you get the cash, than writing a bad check. I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to work in the finance department. I listen. Something wrong with you. You writing a bad check. You ain't got that money in that bank account. Why in the world would you write a bad check? Because when you write a bad check, this is what I was learning about business. The church got to pay them bank fees. If the check bounce, the church got to pay the bank fees. So the bishop had to get up and say, stop writing bad checks. And I was like, don't do that. If you ain't got, your account negative, don't write a check. Just say, pray for me that God give me money so I can give an offer. But don't get up there, act fancy and write a bad check. I've seen it have one lady, she wrote a big check, and that check bounced and got mad. I said, what she get mad for? She wrote a bad check. She need to get rebuked. What you getting mad for because you wrote a bad check? You knew you didn't have that money in there in the first place. You need to get rebuked. What you gonna get mad for? Don't want to answer your phone and you wrote a bad check. I think that check she wrote for $500, nothing that account, it bounced. And the church got to pay those fees. I was so nervous. I had wrote a check and my check didn't deposit in the account. So I called, I was like, Bishop, please don't deposit that check. My money didn't come in. He was like, okay, Brother Marquise. I called him extra early. It was like 6 a.m. I said, please don't deposit. I don't want to get embarrassed. I did not want to get embarrassed. So praise the Lord. The money came. I was able to pay my offering because I didn't want to get embarrassed. I don't like that because it's fees that come with, you know what I'm saying, with a check bouncing. I used to work in the finance committee. Yeah, like don't be writing no bad check. And it was something else too. Post dated checks. Lord, it was one brother. He would write a post-dated check for $5. I said, Lord Jesus. Don't cash it into the third. And me, I'm ignorant. Why don't you just... And then my pastor was telling us, he said, don't account no post-dated checks in the money. Because if you can't account for something that's not there, only count what we have. Keep the post-dated check to the side. I'm like, why in the world you writing a post-dated $5? Why you would write a post-dated check for $5? Anyway. And another thing, Lord have mercy. At our church, I love my church. I love them. Can I get this on credit? I ain't got the money. Can I get this on? And I was real strict. I'm like this. When you go to McDonald's, you can't get nothing on credit at McDonald's. If you ain't got that money for that double cheeseburger, you can't get that double cheeseburger. So why come to church saying, can I get it on credit? And then if you're going to get it on credit, because we church, we Christians, make sure you pay the money for a meal. I think I owe my church some money for a meal. I do. I'm gonna have to write them. I'm gonna have to write them a check. Moderators, remind me to write my church a check, so because I think I owe them some meals I ain't paid for. Moderators, is they in here? Do I got any moderators in the house? Can y'all remind me, moderators, to send them a cash app? Yes, remind me, moderators, okay? Because I think I owe a couple of meals that I said I was gonna get on credit. I never paid for it. Actually, I owe some money for the candy store because I used to go in the candy store and steal some out the candy store and eat the chips. I was hungry. Stole pops, candy, and stuff. Yeah, moderators, remind me right there. I'm gonna have to write a couple of cash apps. So please remind me, moderators, for all that type of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna let any moderators in the house. Yeah, I would go up in the candy store. And I would break that lock open. It was a little lock on it. Man, go up in that candy store and just eat. Man, I feel for that. I know that lady was like, well, I know I had extra chips. Extra, I know I had all of the whatever. I used to eat them Dorito, going there. I would pop that lock open, eat them chips and stuff. I was hungry. So moderators, remind me to send a couple of cash apps. I'm gonna send like a money order with a letter. I'm saying, I'm so sorry. I ate some chips, Doritos out the candy store. Didn't mean to do it. I felt convicted to pay it back. Okay. So I'm gonna have to set it down there. Okay. All right. All right. You remind me to send a money order with a letter. I open up that candy store. I would eat. Or I will write it. I'm gonna have to write it anonymous because I'm gonna write my name on it. My uncle might read the letter over the church. Now hang up. Hang up in the church. Yes, I did. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So that's how it was. But how it was. I used to work in the kitchen. I was very active in the church. Very, very active. Very, very active. Thank you all so much for coming through. I want to say shout out to all the producers. You all had a long, lengthy live. Thank you, because today was a rough day, but I'm so glad that we had this live. But I would be in the kitchen working, and oh Lord, dealing with church folk. You gave sister so and so extra chicken breast. The Bible said, "Don't show no respect to person." They know they will quote a scripture. I'm like, listen. I want to say, listen, sister. If you want an extra chicken breast, I give you extra chicken breast. And please don't go in the kitchen ask for extra food when we haven't served everybody. I have to literally say, please, if you want to eat extra, wait till everybody is served to eat. And if you're working in the kitchen, make sure you take out your food, get a carry out so you can eat. Because I've seen plenty of times where people, you would give out all seconds and then you to cook and you didn't get to eat nothing. So I got smart. I said, put my food in a carry out so I could have me a plate of food so I could eat once it's all done. Because I used to serve. My grandma used to work in the kitchen and cook the food. So of course I had to serve the food. Yes, I did. Okay. Yes, the candy snack thief. Yeah, that was still it. I stole it. Yeah, I did. I admitted it though. It's about to change. Yeah, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I gotta pay that money back. Yeah. Yeah, I repent. I ate that candy, them chips. Yes, I did. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. I cracked that open door up and eat it. So I'm gonna send that money one. I'm gonna send it in. I'm gonna send it in. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much to all the producers for the love, and thank you for the support. I want to say thank you to Almond Brow 09. Shout out to Tori Mom, J Real. I don't know if you're in the bushes. Nurse Nicole, Blue Skies, Puppy Love, B Scales, Mouth Open, Shantae, Day, TLC and 3. TLC and 3 if you're there. And D1 Day. Hey, y'all. Okay. Thank you so very much. I got to go take me a hot shower because this was an episode today. And we went all the way in. We all here for you. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Yeah, thank you, Michelle. See y'all later. I can tell y'all some more stories, but I'm gonna go. Thank y'all. Thank you, Dominique. Please subscribe.